Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Deku was an Imperial Arms user part 1. If you guys enjoy this what if and want to see part 2, comment down below and let me know before I start. Please do support for more awesome content and leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also share this video with your friends and check out the description in my playlist. The author of the story Phantomruler from Wattpad. So let's start the video. You may think that having a mother that's the number 10 pro hero and your stepdad that's the number 1 hero both in the eyes of the public and you would have quite an easy and comforting life, right? At least not if you were quirkless. If you had a quirk, well, that's a whole different story. But there was still hope for him. This is what a young 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗃 learnt on that terrible and wonderful day. We can see 𝗵𝗃 in casual clothes sitting in a waiting room with her husband 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃 and their 2 children and their children babysitters. One of them is a 4-year-old 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗃 talking to one of his babysitter 14-year-old 𝗵𝗃𝗃, and at the other seats is small girl with yellow hair and green eyes. Her name is 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃. She just a few months younger than her brother, who is 5 months older than her. She talking to their other babysitter 14-year-old Ryuko Tatsuma. The 2 children were happily talking with their babysitters about what quirk they will get while their parents were looking at this with smiles on their faces. Izuku loved spending time with his babysitters because they had cool quirks and that they are going to UA next year. Izumi never really cared about them. She only liked her friend Katsuki Bakugo and her parents. Suddenly the secretary came to them and spoke to Inko and Tashinori. Miss and Mr. Yagi. Inko/Teiji. Yes, the doctor has the results. If you 2 could please come with me to his office. Inko/Teiji, of course. Come on kids, let's go. Kids, ease Ryuko/Rumi, good luck you 2. Izuku runs up to his babysitters hugging them, then he goes to his parents. The parents and the kids walked in the doctor's office. They all sat down with Inko with Izuku next to each other and Tashinori and Izumi next to each other. The doctor looked happy and sad at the same time. This made Inko worried a little. As for Tashinori, he did not notice. Dear Miss and Mr. Yagi, I have to tell you 2 that I have good and bad news for you. Which one would you like to hear first? Inko paled a little bit at the thought for her kids. Tashinori did not look worried because there was good news for them. Inko swallowed a bit of saliva and opened her mouth. Tashinori opened his mouth to answer. Inko, the bad news. Teiji, the good news. Inko looked at her husband confused that he was not worried for their kids. Izuku and Izumi were also oblivious about what was happening. They were too excited. The doctor finally spoke to them. The doctor looked at them confused, then back to his papers. Dear, I'm going with the bad news first, and I'm sorry to tell you that your son 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗃 has an extra joint in his pinky toe. In other words, he does not have a quirk nor will ever have one. I'm sorry. Izuku paled at those words, his eyes widened, crying a little also while his jaw fell as well. Inko closed her eyes while sadness invaded her. Tashinori looked a little sad and disappointed at hearing this. Izumi watched with a happy smile on her face, knowing the good news will be about her. Teiji sad-face thoughts. That's a shame. Hopefully my daughter will get a good quirk so me and Inko will train her for one for all. Izumi sad-face thoughts. Yes, I'm going to be the favorite child now and no one will care for Izuku now. Izuku sad-face thoughts. I don't have a quirk, can I still be a hero without one? Inko sad-face thoughts. Don't worry Izuku, I will train you to be a hero no matter what, and hopefully Teiji will help. The doctor spoke again, taking everyone out of the thoughts. Doctor, on the other hand, your daughter seems to have a strong quirk called Spider. This quirk will give her superhuman strength, speed, durability, agility, stamina, reflexes/reactions, coordination, balance and endurance, and the wordiest of them all is clinging to most solid surfaces and webbing abilities. Izumi's eyes lit up and a smile went on her face from ear to ear. Tashinori also had a smile of happiness while his eyes lit up as well. Inko was happy for her daughter but was still thinking of ways to help Izuku. Tashinori went up to Izumi hugging her. Teiji, you hear that you can be an amazing hero. Izumi, I will be the very best hero out there. Izuku looked at this with a sad look. His father praised his sister and forgot about him while this was going on. He had tears in his eyes, then he felt a hand on his shoulder. He looked up seeing his mom with a smile. Inko, don't worry Izuku, quirk or not I will still support you no matter what. Izuku sad face still crying, thank you mom. Goes up to her hugging her, Izumi sad face thoughts. Why is mom not praising me? I got a powerful quirk and Izuku quirkless. 𝗧𝗪 sad face thoughts. I can't believe I forgot about Izuku. 𝗧𝗪 looks at Inko and he sees her sending him a death stare. I'm so dead. When they step out of the office, Ryuko and Rumi look at them and see Inko comforting a crying Izuku. They also see 𝗧𝗪 carrying Izumi with a happy smile on his shoulders. They both go to Izuku to see what's wrong with him. Ryuko/Rumi, are you okay? Izuku sad face still crying a little bit. The doctor told us that I don't have a quirk and never will get one. He started to cry even more thinking they will leave him now. Rumi, so what if you don't have a quirk? I still believe in you but you will have to work 10 times as hard as everyone else. Ryuko, I agree with Rumi, you just have to work harder than most, maybe learn martial arts and marksmanship. Izuku looked at them with a smile then ran to them hugging them. Inko looked at this with a smile seeing other people that believe in him. Izumi looked at this with a frown on her face. Then both Ryuko and Rumi got phone calls. After a minute they hung up and looked at Inko with nervous faces. Ryuko, Inko, by any chance can I spend the night at your house? My parents left somewhere and took the spare keys. Inko, of course you can stay. What about you Rumi, did you parents do the same thing? Rumi, yes they did actually. Inko sad face surprised, I was joking but it's okay you can stay with us too. 𝗧𝗪 sad face nervous, do I have a say in this? Inko, no. 𝗧𝗪 sad face thoughts, okay I'm going to die tonight. In the Yagi household Inko was making dinner. Izumi was on the floor after trying to climb the wall. She made it halfway then fell. Toshinori was helping his daughter after she fell. Izuku was in his room with Ryuko and Rumi. Rumi, so Izuku, what are you going to do now? Izuku, I was hoping you two will help me train. Ryuko, of course we will help you. Izuku, thank you too. Rumi, don't think we will go easy on you either. Izuku, never dream of it. As they were taking a knock was heard from his door. They all looked when it opened with Inko having a happy smile on her face. Inko, I'm so happy you two will help train Izuku. I will also help train him in my free time. Izuku, how will you help me mom, aren't you a saleswoman? Inko, I told you and your sister that to make you not worry about me but I'm really the number 10 hero tornado of terror. Izuku Ryuko Rumi, that's so cool. Izuku, so is my stepdad a hero to like you and if so who is he? Inko, yes he's a hero also but I can't tell you what hero he is, he must tell you when he's ready to. Izuku, that's okay. I still can't believe you're the number 10 hero. Inko, Izuku Ryuko, Rumi you can't tell anyone that I'm the number 10 hero okay? Izuku Ryuko Rumi, of course Inko, that's good now let's go down to get dinner. Years later in those 3 years Izuku trained with Ryuko and Rumi, his mom and some pros that are friends with his mom. He became very good friends with Ryuko/Rumi and with Midnight, Snipe, Recovery Girl and 𝗓𝗓. Ryuko Rumi, 𝗓𝗓 trains him in martial arts. Midnight/Inko teaches him how to get girls and have confidence in himself, to his embarrassment, and to distract his enemies. Snipe trains him in marksmanship with darts right now, and to his surprise Izuku can hit targets from 2 kilometers. Recovery Girl was there if he got hurt in training and gave him advice. To Izuku they were like his family, something his father and sister were not. That was the only good part about his life. When it comes to school nobody likes him because his quirkless and his ex-best friend Kaken and his sister and their other friend they made 𝗧𝗪𝗍 bullied him for something he can't control. Flashback the day when I went to school after my quirk test, Izumi told everyone I was quirkless. Nobody wanted to be friends with me after that. They acted like I had a contagious disease. At first everyone bullied me but after training for a year nobody did but Kaken, Izumi and 𝗧𝗪𝗍 bullied me. Flashback and I was walking in the park when I saw Kaken, Izumi and 𝗧𝗪𝗍 bullying a girl with vines for hair, a girl with a frog mutation quirk and a girl with black hair that is tied into a spiky ponytail. I ran up to Kaken punching him in the face and then ran up to 𝗧𝗪𝗍 grabbing his arm, throwing him at Izumi. Katsuki got up and ran at Izuku with explosions in his hands as he was going to punch Izuku. Izuku moved out of the way, grabbed his arm then threw him at 𝗧𝗪𝗍 and Izumi who were getting up. Izuku then looked at the girls behind him. Izuku, Are you three okay? They didn't hurt you, did they? With concerned voice, Frog Girl. No, all they did was push us down and telling us we are freaks and telling us we can't be heroes with lame or useless quirk. 𝗵𝗃𝗲 thank you very much for saving us. Izuku. No problem, that's what heroes do, and can I ask what your names are? Frog Girl. 𝗵𝗃𝗲 Girl. 𝗵𝗃𝗲 Girl. 𝗵𝗃𝗲 Izuku. 𝗵𝗃𝗲 nice to meet you. As they were talking, they didn't see the three bullies getting up and rushing after Izuku. 𝗬𝗵𝗲 and Ibris saw this too late. 𝗬𝗵𝗲 Ibris, Izuku look oh. It was too late. When he looked back, he was hit in the face with an explosion to his face, sending him flying into a tree. When he got up, he looked up at the girls, showing them he's okay, but what the girls saw was Izuku bleeding, but what scared them was his right eye was missing. Katsuki was smiling like a psychopath. Izumi smiled like she got what she wanted for Christmas, and Shoto looked at him with an emotionless face. Izuku, is that the best you got, Katsuki? Oh, you are so dead, let's get him, guys. All three of them rushed at him. Izuku, catch me if you can. He stuck his tongue out at them and runs off into the woods. Izumi, get your butt over here and fight us. Izuku was running away from his bullies. Katsuki tried to catch up to him with his explosion. When Katsuki was going to grab him, but Izuku pulled out pepper spray, shooting it in his eyes. Katsuki fell to the ground holding his eyes in pain. Shoto sent ice after him trying to capture him, but he threw a bottle of slime at him, hitting his eyes. He tried getting it off, but he couldn't and ran into a tree. Snipe gave him all this stuff. Izumi ran up to her brother, who tried to pepper spray her, but she shot webs at it, throwing it away. Izuku looked so shocked, he had never seen her do that before. Izumi had an evil smile on her face when she shot webs at his feet, making him fall down. Izumi found out how to do that when sparring with Dad one day. He looked so happy knowing his daughter is getting stronger. Izuku, nice trick, I have one too. Puts his hand in his backpack, pulling out a flashbang again from Snipe. This will help me escape. Izuku broke out of the webs on his legs to the surprise of his sister. He was going to pull the pin, but ice shot at him, cutting off his index and middle fingers. He looks behind him to see Shoto with a PSS off face and Katsuki with 1-2 with his watery eyes. Izumi shot webs at him and brought him to her. Izumi, time to die, brother. Don't worry, I will tell Mom you died saving us from a villain, then she will train me and forget about you like Dad did. Bye bye, brother. Izumi knocked out Izuku. Izuku woke up to see Izumi, Katsuki, and Shoto dragged me for a few hours, seeing how late it was, to a big hole in the ground, and they all smiled. Katsuki, this looks good. It's far away from any civilization. Nobody will look for you out here. Oh, and this is a goodbye gift. Katsuki put his hands on Izuku's leg and started using his explosion on it until it was bleeding and broken. Shoto walked up to Izuku, stared at him, and told him something that surprised him. Shoto, my sister Weiss liked you. I don't know why she likes a quirkless loser like you, but whatever, she tried to help you so many times, but we always stopped her. You will die by the fall or the BLD loss. I'm surprised you are still awake with a missing eye, 2 fingers, and now a broken leg. Now goodbye. Izumi, and so you don't escape. Shots webs on his arms and legs. Izumi, Katsuki, and Shoto all push him in the hole, then they all left. They are all 7-year BW. As Izuku was falling, he started to hear voices. They all say, pick me up or drink me or I will sever you. Izuku, I'm losing a lot of BLD and now I'm hearing voices. I did my best to be a hero. I saved 3 girls, hope they are okay. Izuku fell unconscious with a smile on his face, knowing he saved people. As he was going to hit the ground, a tall man with bull horns coming out of the sides of his head came out of nowhere, grabbing him. Next to the man was a small-looking dog. Hornman, he woke you up from your slumber too. Dog nodded his head. Hornman, strange he can't have 2 of you. Nobody has ever had 2 Imperial arms and lived. Well, let's get him back with the other Imperial arms so I can clean him up. Dog nodded again. In the Yagi household, hours before Izuku was pushes in. Inko, Nana, why won't Toshinori put effort into spending time with Izuku? I know he is the #1 hero and he works a lot, but he acts like Izuku doesn't exist. Nana, I don't know Inko, but he is disappointing me lately. Inko, how so? Nana, sad face with a off face. He asked me to do something that got me off at him. Inko, what did he say? I never seen you this mad at him before. Nana, This is what he said to me, Nana, why are you trying to training the quirkless kid that can't be a hero when you can help me train the next symbol of peace, my daughter Izumi? I then slapped him in the face. 𝗵𝗃𝗁, with a off face, how can he say that about Izuku? He is his son, and what you told me about Toshinori, he was quirkless to before you gave him one for all. Nana, he was, that's what got me so mad at him, saying a quirkless can't be a hero when he was quirkless at one point. 𝗵𝗃𝗁, let's talk about something else. Nana agreed. Time skip a few hours later. 𝗵𝗃𝗁, it's getting late and Izuku is not home yet, looks at her phone and sees no messages. Has he texted you, Nana, by any chance? Nana sad face looks at her phone, no messages on it. No, I will call Ryuko to see if he is with her. You call Rumi to see if he is with her. 𝗵𝗃𝗁 nodded. Nana, hello Ryuko, by any chance is Izuku with you? Ryuko, no he not. Why, is something wrong? Nana, well he's not home and he did not answer his phone, hopefully nothing bad happens to him. 𝗵𝗃𝗁, hello Rumi, is Izuku with you by any chance? Rumi, no, why, what's going on, did something happen to him? 𝗵𝗃𝗁, I don't know, that's what we are trying to find out. At the park Izumi, I'm going to call my dad telling him the good news. Katsuki and Shoto nodded. Toshinori, Izumi, what do you need? I'm doing work right now. Izumi sad face acting like she was crying. Dad, it's horrible me. Katsuki and Shoto were playing in the woods with Izuku when a villain came out of nowhere. Toshinori, what are you three okay? What did the villain look like? Did he hurt you or your friends? Izumi, I'm okay, we did not see his face but he was wearing a plain black suit. Mean Katsuki and Shoto are okay but he grabbed Izuku and we heard a snap. Toshinori sad face thoughts, that sounds like all for one. No, that can't be, or more of them would have been hurt. Well, I will tell 𝗵𝗃𝗁 later that her son most likely is dead. Toshinori, were you at and did you call the police? Izumi, we are at the park and Shoto called the cops. Toshinori, okay, I'm on my way. Stay put? Izumi, okay, hangs up. Well, he bought it, hopefully mom believes me that easy. What they did not know was that 𝗬𝗧𝗪 went back to the park because she forgot something there and heard everything they had said. 𝗬𝗪 sad face thoughts, those liars, they were the real villain for what they did to us and Midoriya. Time skip as Toshinori got there, he saw the police and his detective friend 𝗍𝗄𝗍 𝗪𝗏𝗄𝐻𝗋. He ran up to his friend that was talking with other police officers. 𝗍𝗄𝗍 saw his friend coming to him and waved at him. When Toshinori in his all-might form got there, he looked worried. 𝗍𝗄𝗍, are the kids okay and did you find the villain that attacked them? 𝗍𝗄𝗍, the kids are all right. The boy Shoto and your daughter Izumi had scraps and brushes, the same with the boy Katsuki, but he had something in his eyes. As for your son Izuku, 𝗍𝗄𝗍 did not finish telling All Might everything but he just left to see his daughter. As 𝗍𝗄𝗍 was going to leave a little girl with what looks like a frog quirk tugging on his leg. He also saw a not too happy 𝗵𝗃𝗁 with Nana and Rumi, also known as the Rabbit Hero, 𝗵𝗃𝗁 and Ryuko, also known as the Dragoon Hero, Ryukyu. 𝗍𝗄𝗍 looks back at the little girl with a smile on his face. 𝗍𝗄𝗍, are you lost, little girl? If so, I will call someone to get you. No, I'm not lost. I came over here to tell you that those 3 kids are lying. There was no villain. They were the villains. They attacked me and 2 friends I made today, then attacked a kid that stood up to them. 𝗍𝗄𝗍, true. What the 𝗵𝗃𝗁? Did the kid that stood up for you have green hair and freckles? 𝗬𝗪 nodded. Tell me everything, please. As 𝗬𝗪 was telling them what happened, 𝗍𝗄𝗍 was using his quirk on her and everything she said was true. 𝗵𝗃𝗁, Nana, Ryuko and Rumi all had a dark aura coming off of them. 𝗵𝗃𝗁 looked over to where her husband was and the 3 little, where she put her hand up levitating her husband and the ambulance the kids were in to bring them to her. Everyone there saw this and saw 2 pro heroes and 2 new promising heroes with dark aura around them, so they all looked away. All Might look at his wife, his 𝗵𝗃𝗁 and Ryuko, Rumi, who were family to them. What can I do for you, Tornado of Terror? 𝗵𝗃𝗁, detective, go ask the kids what they saw and get their side of the story, please. 𝗍𝗄𝗍, of course. He ran to the ambulance for dear life, with 𝗵𝗃𝗁 and All Might, why did you send 𝗍𝗄𝗍 to the kids? Everyone here knows a villain attacked them and they are all safe, nothing to bad happen. Nana punched him in the face, sending him flying into the woods. Everyone saw this and started leaving, knowing something will happen to them if they stay. 𝗵𝗃𝗁, I'm getting a divorce with him. You 3 want to all buy a house together. They all nodded, with 𝗍𝗄𝗍, okay, you 3, can you tell me what happened? Izumi, a man wearing a plain black suit came out of the woods and attacked us. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗟𝗘 sad face false. What happened to your brother? Katsuki, that Deku got grabbed and we heard a snap so he most likely died. Not like anyone will care about him. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗟 sad face false. Okay, last question, did you three attack Izuku and make all of this up? With a serious voice, Izumi/Katsuki, thoughts, SHT does he know? Shoto, we all want to be heroes when we grow up. That's why we would never do that to someone and risk losing that. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗟 sad face true, comma, false. Well okay then have a goo boom. They all look back seeing All Might go flying through the sky. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗟 was going to leave but green light was around his body and was pulled to the off heroes. Inko, so what did they say detective? In a evil voice, 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗟, well from what I can tell all of this was made up and they are the reason your son is missing. In a nervous voice, Inko, thank you for your help. Inko was walking away but Izumi went up to her but was pushed back to her friends. This shocked them because she never been this mad at her kids. As they walked away, All Might came back holding his sore jaw. He tried going to his wife to see what he said wrong but was flung back into the woods because of her. Elsewhere in a void, Izuku was looking around seeing nothing but blackness. Then two people came out of nowhere. One was a woman with light blue hair and blue eyes. She wore a general's apparel with long sleeves with buttons on the upper arms, a blue scarf on her neck, and high-heeled boots. The other was a young girl with long black hair that reached down to her knees and red eyes. She wears a dark sleeveless tank top with a white collar and a red tie. She wears a red belt that has a red side skirt cover over a black, pleated skirt. She wears it with long black socks and black shoes. She also wears red gauntlets and black gloves. Izuku, hello there. Blue eyes, well look at this, a new face in this hellhole will make yourself at home. Izuku, may I ask where we are and what are your names? Red eyes, we don't know, we've been here for a few billion years and after that we stopped counting the years, so a very long time. Oh, and my name is 𝗂𝗄𝗄 and she is 𝗧𝗑. Izuku, nice to meet you, and what do you mean longer than a few billion years? That's older than the planet. 𝗧𝗑, time works differently here. An hour in the real world is 10,000 years in this place. But I want to know something. How are you in this place? Nobody has been here in so long. Izuku, I don't know, the last thing I remember is my beach of a sister and her best friends attacked me after I saved 3 girls from them. I underestimated how much control they had with their quirk and lost to them. 𝗂𝗄𝗄, you can never underestimate someone that can be your downfall. And what are quirks? Izuku, well seeing how old you are that makes sense. Well, quirks are powers that people can get when they are 4 years old. 𝗧𝗑, that sounds like a fun time, maybe I could have fought some strong people. Oh well, so what power or quirk do you have? Izuku, well you see 20% of the world does not have a quirk and I'm in that 20%, so no powers. 𝗂𝗄𝗄, well we don't have powers, so you're good kid, come with us, we will show you the other people in the place. Puts hand out for him. As Izuku grabbed 𝗂𝗄𝗄's hand, he and 𝗂𝗄𝗄 fell to the ground holding their heads. 𝗧𝗑 walks over to them putting her hands on their shoulders to see if they are okay, but as she did that she also fell to the ground holding her head. After a few minutes they all got up looking at each other. Izuku, what did I just see? 𝗧𝗑, well seeing how I saw yours and 𝗂𝗄𝗄 life in my head, you saw our memories. Izuku, if that's true, why are you two so friendly? I saw you two trying to kill each other so many times. 𝗂𝗄𝗄, well we've been in this place so long that we are all friends with each other. It was not easy, as you saw we were at war with each other, but being in this place we learn many things about each other. Over time we all forgive everyone but honest 𝗂𝗄𝗄. After some more talking they started walking. After a little bit Izuku saw more people. 𝗂𝗄𝗄 told me their names were Chelsea, Leon, Lubbock, my Najenda, Shields, 𝗬𝗪𝗡 was her team. 𝗧𝗑 told me her team names were Bowls, Q-Rome, Run, Seiryu, Stylish, Wave. There were other people there. 𝗧𝗑 told me their names were Budo, Daidara, Liver, Nyao, Sayura, Zanku and Bowl's family, his wife Kaij and daughter Log. 𝗂𝗄𝗄 told me the other people that nobody knew about in their life were called OC characters, Yaming, Lusich, Halt, Darkness, Judgment, Fire, and there are others but they are not hers right now. Izuku looked at 𝗂𝗄𝗄 with a confused face. Izuku, why are they called Darkness, Judgment, Fire? Do they not have names? 𝗂𝗄𝗄, from what we know and what they know, they were the first 3 in this place. They don't remember what their names are, only what their taiga did. Izuku, from yours and 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗲 𝗔𝗂𝗁 gave you powers, or the weapon had powers, right? 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗲, yes, and we think all the users are in this place, but if that's the case we don't know why 𝗵𝗃's family is in this place. None of them had a 𝗧𝗂𝗁. After taking for a little more they made it to the others. When the others saw someone new they went up to him introducing themselves to him, and he did the same. 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗃 and 𝗳𝗃𝗵 told everyone what happened when they had contact with him. 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗃 and 𝗬𝗃 were the first ones to share their memories and introduce themselves one by one. Everyone did it. Nobody knows why he can see their memories, but it let them see what a great person he is. Darkness. I'm so sorry you never got to be a hero, Izuku. You deserved better in your life. Izuku. It's okay, I saved 3 girls at least, and most people in this place had worse childhoods and lives than me. Fire. True, but we were at war with each other. Nobody is safe in war. You are not in a wartime where people die every day. Judgment. She right, kid. The only thing you need to look out for is somebody thinking they can take on the world when they can't. Izuku. I guess you are right, but still I feel sorry for all of you. None of you had a happy life. 𝗧𝗃𝗵𝗃. That may be true, but it was the life we chose. For the next 30,000 years Izuku stayed with them. He met some of the other users. Most were nice to him, some did not care. Then there was Honest. He was the only one that did not want to even give him a handshake, so Izuku slapped him and saw how evil he is. We see Izuku playing with 𝗏𝗏 in darkness when he saw his hands start to turn to dust. Izuku sad face scared. What's happening to me? Nagenda sad face scared. Stay calm Izuku, we will try to think of something. 𝗏𝗏 sad face crying. Big bro, are you okay? What's happening to you? Izuku sad face. 75% of him is gone. It's okay 𝗏𝗏, I will be fine, I will find a way to come back to you guys. As Izuku said that, he gave them an appealing smile before disappearing. In the Yagi household, when Izuku turned to dust, Inko was packing up her belongings with the help of Ryuko and Rumi, while Nana was buying them a house with All Might credit card. When everything was packed up, the door opened, revealing Toshinori and Izumi. They looked around, seeing all the bags, suitcases, and the couch with them. Toshinori, why are you packing everything up, and why do you have my favorite couch with you? Inko, because I'm leaving you and Izumi. Izumi/Toshinori, why are you leaving me/us? Inko, you only care about Izumi. Not once have you spent time with Izuku after the quirk test. Toshinori, of course I have. Inko, okay, name the last time you spent time with him and when is his birthday? Toshinori, last week when his friends came over, and his birthday is on November 16th. Inko, those were Izumi friends and his birthday is on July 15th. Where did you even get November 16th from? Toshinori, well, in my defense I need to focus on getting the next symbol of peace. He never got to finish his sentence because Ryuko and Rumi both punched him in the face, sending him out of the house. Izumi looked at this in shock, thinking how can they do that to her dad? Izumi, why did you do that, and why do you care about Izuku so much? He is a quirkless loser that will never be a hero no matter what he does. All of you and the other pro heroes that trained Izuku should help me, not him. I'm going to be the next symbol of peace, me, not him, me, because I have everything a hero needs when he has nothing. Why don't you see that I'm better than him in every way? Inko had enough of her and slapped her in the face. Inko, you may think you can be a hero, but you can't, not to me. From now on you are only a disappointment to me. The same goes for your father. Now goodbye. As they were walking out, Toshinori was getting off the ground holding his jaw. Inko walked up to him giving him something. When he looked at it, he immediately looked at his wife or ex-wife now. Toshinori, what? Why are you divorcing me, and how did you get the papers so fast? Inko, you are not the same man I met all those years ago. You have changed and it was for the worst. Goodbye Toshinori. Nana, you have disappointed me. Toshinori, you are not the same person. I choose to be my successor, and also I used your credit card to buy us a house and cars and other vehicles, so have fun with that. As Toshinori looked at the papers, then back at his ex-wife that was putting everything in a moving truck that he did not notice was there. He swore he will try to win his ex-wife back to him no matter what. He did not know that it was too late for that. Inko will never go back to him. As Toshinori was thinking of ways to get his wife back, he heard a beep sound. Toshinori, what now? He looked at his phone, seeing $15 million for a mansion, $10 million in supercars, $5. 9 million for a Black Hawk helicopter, and $10 million for a private jet. He was going to have a heart attack, but before that he checks his bank account, which he never does because Inko did that for him. He saw he still had $1 million left. Toshinori, I'm so happy being number 1 pays so well, or I would have been screwed, and how did she buy all this in like 1 hour? Elsewhere, Izuku, Izuku was looking at his surroundings to see where he was. To his surprise, he saw that he was in a bedroom that was very clean. He got up looking around. When he found a mirror, he looked at himself, seeing bandages going over his right eye and some on where his index and middle fingers used to be. As he was looking at himself, the door opened, revealing a horn man and a dog. Horn man, I see you're awake now. My name is Izuku, you're Susanoo and you are Koro. Susanoo, that's right. May I ask how you know our names before I told you? Izuku, well, I was talking to both of your old Seiryu, loved talking about you, Koro. Susanoo, how were you talking to them? Both of them have been gone for many years. Izuku, well, I was in this void, but every person that had a 𝗧𝗪 was there too. That's how I know you're you're to Koro. Susanoo, well then, so what are your orders, 𝗬𝗲? Izuku, both of you are mine. I thought having more than one 𝗧𝗪 kills you. Susanoo, yes, it's strange how you have 2 of us. I never seen this happen before. Izuku, I will think about this later. Is there any other 𝗧𝗪 in this place? Susanoo, yes, every 𝗧𝗪 is in this place. Izuku was surprised by this because there were a few lost 𝗧𝗪, but he just surged it off and followed Susanoo. As he followed Susanoo, they passed so many destroyed building, streets and other stuff. He asked where they were, but Susanoo doesn't know himself. He just was woken up in this place, same for Koro. After 30 minutes they made it to a destroyed building, but when he went in everything was fine. Then there was another 30 minutes walking down in the basement. When they finally made it down, Susanoo opened the door and Izuku saw every 𝗧𝗪 ever made in the room minus the Emperor 𝗧𝗪. As he walked in the room he fell on one knee because every one of the 𝗧𝗪 was calling him. Susanoo was going to help him, but Izuku got up and walked over to where 𝗧𝗏 was and opened the lid and drank all the lifeblood in it. It tried to make him go insane, but like 𝗧𝗏 he beat it, getting the tattoo on his chest. Susanoo, are you okay? Izuku, you drink a very powerful 𝗧𝗪 right now. It fell on deaf ears as Izuku walked over to other lifeblood 𝗧𝗪, getting Lucy tattoo on his back, darkness tattoo on his left shoulder and fire tattoo on his right shoulder. He did not drink all of Lucy 𝗧𝗪. He then went and grabbed Sayura 𝗧𝗪 and put markers on every 𝗧𝗪 after he picked them up, and they accepted him. As he was leaving he put his hands on Susanoo and Koro. He then smiled at them and fell unconscious. Lucy tattoo, fire tattoo, darkness tattoo. Izuku mindscape. Izuku, where am I now? 𝗧𝗏, I don't know, but this is way better than the other place. Izuku turned around and saw everyone from the void. Then he looked around, seeing they were in a grass field with the sun in the sky and not the endless darkness. Izuku, I think I know where we are, let me try something. Izuku was just standing there, but then everything started to change from a grass field to a castle. Everyone looked at this in amazement. When he was done he asked them to try and use their 𝗧𝗪. They were confused because they don't have them anymore, but then a pop and they had them, but honest because Izuku does not like him. Izuku made targets for them and their 𝗧𝗪 worked how they did when they were alive. Izuku, you guys like what I did with the place? Shield, yes, this place is very lovely. Log, how are you doing this, big bro? Izuku, well, seeing how I did not die and after getting all the 𝗧𝗪 in the real world and blacking out after doing that. I am most likely unconscious, so I'm in my mind, that's why I can do all this stuff. As he was saying this he started to fading away. Everyone was scared, but Izuku told them he is most likely waking up. Real world. Izuku, will that just happen? 𝗧𝗏, yes it did. Izuku, you can talk to me from my head. Fire, lookers that way. Darkness, I think it's only if he has the 𝗧𝗪 on him. Lucy, try talking to someone else. Izuku, are you there? 𝗧𝗪. He didn't hear anything, so he went up and grabbed 𝗵𝗃 from where it was and tried again. Izuku, can you hear me? 𝗧𝗪. 𝗧𝗪, yes I can, how are you talking to me? Izuku, when I have a 𝗧𝗪 with me I can talk to the last person that used it. 𝗧𝗏, fired, darkness, Lucy, so you're stuck with all of use at all times. Izuku, can you see what I see then? Darkness, yes we can. 𝗧𝗏, we can see 360 degrees from you too, so nobody will sneak up on you. Fire, we can also see below you, so you are good from everything. Izuku, Cool, now let's get out of this place. As Izuku was leaving, he heard something calling him, so he went to visit it and found the Emperor 𝗧𝗪 leaning against a wall. He climbed to the very top of it and got in it, and to his surprise he can use it. Izuku, well, this is good to know. Lucy, why are you so surprised you can use this? You can use 𝗧𝗪𝗏. Izuku, because from the memories I saw it was designed so that it could only be wielded by those of royal bloodline. Darkness, looks like you have some royal blood in you. Izuku, that is a possibility, or have the Emperor in my head did it. Fire, it's the first because the Emperor only just now got in your mind. Emperor, it's so good to see you guys again, everyone just despaired in the other place. Izuku, thoughts, I can't believe I did not notice he was not in my mind. Darkness, you know we can hear you right, we are in your head. Izuku, oh, and sorry for not noticing you. Emperor. Emperor, it's okay, just don't do it again please. 𝗧𝗏, hey Izuku, you have 𝗵𝗃𝗲 with you right? Izuku, yes, I have it with me. Why? 𝗧𝗏, use it to bring out 𝗪𝗻𝗃𝗁. Izuku used 𝗵𝗃𝗲 to bring out 𝗪𝗻𝗃𝗁. 𝗪𝗻𝗃𝗁 was just a blue ruby stone. Izuku, what now? 𝗧𝗏, put it in you missing eye. Izuku just surged and took off the bandages on his head. When the stone was close to his eye, it left his hand and flew into his missing eye. After that he left the giant 𝗧𝗪𝗏, he found a little pond and frosh it. He looked at his reflection, seeing a glowing blue eye. He made an ice eye pack over it. Izuku, I now have 5 𝗧𝗪𝗏 in my body. Fire, you know with only those 5 you can most likely take over the world. Izuku, I know. I can make ice and fire out of thin air. I can control everything dark. Nobody can see the vectors on my back that can kill anyone in an instant. The eye lets me have soul manipulation and other stuff. Darkness, but you would never try and take over the world, would you? Izuku, nope, I'm going to be a hero in this world and nothing can stop me. Maybe in another life I would have tried to take over the world, but not this one. Judgment, good luck kid, we will be by your side all the way. Izuku, hey Judgment, Darkness and Fire, can I give you all real names? Judgment, Darkness / Fire, go for it. Izuku, okay Judgment, I will call you Sans. Fire, I will call you Ayano. Darkness, I will call you Sarahs. They all liked the names. They started leaving the underground city, but Izuku was lost. He had no idea where he was. Sans / Sarahs, you know you can teleport out of this place, right? Izuku, oye. Izuku teleports out of the underground city to the surface. He started walking out of the woods. When he finally made it out, he was wondering where he should go. Izuku, Sarahs, can you find my mom? Hopefully she is on a night patrol. Sarahs, okay, on it. As Izuku was waiting, he heard someone scream. He started to run where he heard it, finding 5 thugs around. 2 girls, one had brown hair, curved inwards in a mushroom-shaped bob, and a girl with bob-shaped hair, side swept to her right with some shorter strands hanging above her eyes. Thug 1, gave us everything you got and you don't get hurt. Thug 4, what, no way, we are going to have fun with these 2, the other thugs agree with him. Thug 2, yeah, I want to have fun with them too. Thug 1, Finn, do it fast, I don't want a hero to find us. As the thugs were getting close to the girls, everyone heard someone yell in 𝗪𝗪𝗄. All of the thugs got out switchblades and one pulled out a gun. Thug 5, who there? Thug 3, show yourself. As they were looking around, the thug with the gun was hit in the face from nothing. The other thugs turned around, seeing one of them unconscious on the ground. When they were looking, the 2 thugs in the back were knocked out from nothing. The last 2 thugs grabbed the girls, putting the knives to their necks. Thug 2, show yourself or the girls die. Izuku, okay. Out of nowhere, a person in full body armor was standing in front of them. Thug 4, you are going to let us go or these girls will die. Izuku, I can't let you get away and I won't let you hurt those girls. Thug 2, what are you going to do? Nothing. That he did not finish, as his and the other thugs' hands were cut off by fire blades that came out of nowhere. The thugs were then knocked out. Izuku walked up to the girls to see if they were okay. Izuku, are you 2 okay? Did they hurt you anywhere? Mushroom hair, I'm okay. Thank you for saving us. Bob-shaped hair, I got cut a little but I'm fine, thank you for saving us. Izuku, that's good, I'm happy you 2 are okay. May I ask for your names? Mushroom hair, I'm 𝗵𝗃𝗁𝗏 and this is my friend 𝗧𝗪𝗏𝗏. What is your name? Are you a new hero? Izuku, my name is 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗏 and I'm not a hero but I could not let you get hurt so that's why I saved you. Yui, well you will be a hero to use no matter what. Izuku, why thank you now I must go have a good night ladies. As Izuku left the scene cops got there questioning Kaneko and Yui what happened. Some were happy the kids were safe, some could only think about if there was a new vigilante out there. As this was happening Izuku was making his way to where his mom is. When he got there he saw a nice looking mansion. Izuku, Sarah's, is my mom there? Sarah's, yes she is. Nana, Ryuko and Rumi are also in there. Izuku, maybe she left my dad and sister, that will be the best. Ayano, we can only hope. As Izuku made it to the front door he knocked on it. After a few seconds the door opened revealing his mom. Inko, can I help you sir? Izuku looked at her funny then remembered he's in his 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗏 armor. Izuku said sorry to her getting rid of his armor. Inko looked shocked that her son, who was supposed to be dead, was in front of her. Izuku, you miss me mom? With a smile on his face. Inko changed her last name back to Midoriya, the Midoriya household. Before Izuku gets there, Ryuko and Rumi were in the living room putting the couch from the Yagi household down. Nana was on her laptop looking at the news seeing if anything happened tonight. Inko finished putting her things in her new room. She made it back to the living room seeing everyone done with what they were doing. Inko, well today was stressful. Nana, it was and there appears to be a new vigilante in town. Rumi, a new one, what he do and what do the police know about him? Nana, he saved 2 girls from getting raped and from what the police know from the girls is he was in full body armor. Ryuko, do they know what his quirk is from the girls? Nana, from what I can see it looks like he has 2. An invisible and a fire one. The report also says he goes by 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗏. Inko, hopefully we can try and convince him to be a hero. Nana, agreed because his fire quirk sounds very strong. I reading more and it says it came from thin air and a invisible quirk that can hide his armor as well can be a great help. They all started talking more about this new vigilante and hero stuff. As they were now watching TV someone knocked on the door. Inko went to get it. When she opened it she saw someone in full body armor, someone with bull horns and a strange looking dog. Inko was a little nervous because this can be the new vigilante but then he said sorry and then the armor despaired and her son was there now. Izuku, you miss me mom? With a smile on his face. Inko, is that really you Izuku? Izuku, yes it is mom, sorry if I scared you or made you sad. Inko immediately went up to him giving him a bone-crushing hug. As this was happening Nana, Ryuko and Rumi went to see what was happening outside. When they saw Izuku they all rushed to him giving him hugs too. Inko, I'm so happy to see you. What happened to you? Where did you get that armor from? Are you that new vigilante that showed up today? If so, when did you get your quirk? Tell me. Izuku, calm down mom so I can tell you. Nana, wait, you're the new vigilante. Izuku, I guess I am. I saw 2 girls in trouble so I went to save them and can I come inside so I can tell you what happened to me and how I became the new vigilante? Ryuko/Rumi, you better because we want to know everything that happened to you. As Izuku walked inside he looked around seeing how nice this place is. He sat down at the kitchen table and wanted for everyone to sit down. When everyone was seated down he told them how Kaken Izumi and Shoto were bullying 3 girls. Then he told them how he attacked them and then how they attacked him making him lose his right eye. They were all horrified at what Kaken, Shoto and Izumi did to the girls and him, but Izuku kept on talking how they chased him in the wood, how he was winning but then lost to a surprise attack from Izumi, then how Shoto cut off 2 of his fingers and how they throw him in a big hole. Inko, Izuku, I'm so sorry that happened to you. What can I do to help you? Rumi, let him finish telling us what happened. I want to know how he got 2 quirk in that armor. Izuku, they are not quirk, they are so much stronger than quirks. Now where was I? Ryuko, they throw you in a big hole. Izuku thanked her then told them how he was in this void place and how he met all these people. He told them everything about the people, then how he turned to dust, then woke up in a bedroom, then how Susanoo and Koro were there. Then he founded every Taigu and got out of the underground city and stopped 5 thugs. Izuku, and that's about it. Now what happened to you last time I was with you guys? You did not have a mansion. Inko, oh I left your stepdad and Nana bought all this with his credit card. Izuku, that's great news, and mom, what you can do to help me, don't stop me from doing vigilante work. 𝗵𝗃𝗁, I won't stop you, but can I tell 𝗵𝗃𝗃, Snipe and Recovery Girl that you are okay and the new vigilante so they won't stop you? Izuku, tell anyone you trust. Sans, is that smart? Her telling people you're alive and a vigilante. Izuku, it's fine, I trust everyone in this house with my life. Ayano, if you say so. 𝗧𝗏𝗃, if any hero tries to stop you we will fight them right. Izuku, of course nothing will stop me. As Izuku was talking to them, everyone else just looked at him because he was talking to himself. Izuku looked at them, seeing what's wrong, then 𝗬𝗓 told him he forgot to tell them he could talk to them. 𝗵𝗃𝗁, Izuku, are you okay? Who are you talking to? Izuku, I forgot to tell you I can talk to the last holder of 𝗧𝗏𝗃 I have on me, and 4 of them are BLD and 1 is my new eye. I have 5 voices in my head at all times. Rumi, do they help you at all or are they just there in your head? Izuku, they help, they can see in all my blind stops even underground so nobody will get the drop on me. Ryuko, that's so cool, you are unstoppable with all the stuff you have. 𝗬𝗓, hey Izuku, can you try making us body to see if we can talk to them? Izuku, okay, I will try. Izuku concentrated on trying to make them after 5 minutes. An ice copy of 𝗧𝗏 was made, a shadow copy of 𝗬𝗓, a fire copy of Ayano and a bone copy of Sans and Lucy was made out of BLD. After 5 more minutes 𝗧𝗏, Lucy and Sans looked the same as they were when they were alive, but 𝗬𝗓 had blonde hair cut into a flare cut and red eyes. She has a red uniform and her left arm is still darkness. Ayano has long crimson red hair that is styled in a 𝗲𝗵 cut and amber eyes. She had a blue uniform on her. 𝗵𝗃𝗁, Ryuko, Rumi and Nana looked at this in amazement. This is what 𝗬𝗓 looks like. This is what Ayano looks like. 𝗬𝗓, I'm in my human body. I have not seen myself like this in forever. 𝗵𝗃𝗁, what do you mean you have not seen yourself like that in forever? 𝗬𝗓, well, when I drank my 𝗧𝗏𝗃 my body turned to darkness, I never knew how to tune back to my human form. Ayano, same, after I drank my 𝗧𝗏𝗃 I grew demon horns and my body was fire, I could go back to human form but not my human form. Izuku, that took a lot out of me. 𝗧𝗏𝗃, well, seeing how you gave us human bodies 𝗮𝗏, that makes sense. Sans, I thought you were going to stop when we were in the element form. Izuku, I wanted you to be happy so I made you as real as possible. Lucy, thank you for doing that. I did not want to put BLD everywhere. Izuku, why were you made out of BLD anyway? Lucy, well, unlike 𝗧𝗏𝗃, Ayano and 𝗬𝗓 who could kill armies in a flash, my vectors can kill armies too, but they cut the body into pieces leaving BLD everywhere. After battles I would be covered in BLD, so maybe that's why. Everyone was talking to each other, getting to know them. Then 𝗧𝗏𝗃 walked over to Izuku telling him something that got everyone attention. 𝗧𝗏𝗃, hey Izuku, you have 𝗵𝗃𝗁 on you still, right? Izuku, yeah, I have it on me at all times so I can bring the others 𝗧𝗏𝗃 to me. Rumi, why don't you just bring them all here? Izuku, because I marked them all so I can bring them to me and they are safe where they are. 𝗧𝗏𝗃, what do you want me to bring out? 𝗧𝗏𝗃, I want to see if any of them will accept your family, and I might have a way to put it in you so you don't have to keep on pulling it out. Izuku, okay, let me see and tell me more how to put 𝗵𝗃𝗁 in me later. Izuku closed his eyes, seeing if any of them will accept them. After a few minutes, he brought out 4 𝗧𝗏𝗃. They were Yamitsu, Lucy, Hal, and Wave 𝗧𝗏𝗃. Ryuko went up to a robot-looking arm that was calling to her, then she touched it and it launched onto her, turning her arm into the robot arm. She was scared at first, but Izuku said it's okay, it accepted her. Rumi went up to the one that was calling her. Izuku told her to drink all that was in it, and she surged and drank it all. After that she was holding her head. After a little bit she beat it. Getting accepted by it, she got Lucy tattoo on her back. 𝗵𝗃𝗁 went to the ring that was calling to her. When she got close to it, the ring flew to her finger. Nana went up to the sword that was calling her and picked it up. Ryuko, Izuku, why is my arm a robot arm now? Her new arm, Izuku, will it replace your arm, but it give you the power to summon animals or monsters as long as you have a drawing of it and know what it can do, and if somehow it gets cut off it will still work and reattach itself to you. The animals or monsters will disappear after some time. The trump card of it is that if you sacrifice someone's soul, then you can bring the animal or monster to life. The stronger it is, the more souls you need, but the animals or monsters will stay with you. That's what 𝗵𝗃𝗃 does. Ryuko, so do I just go to a store and buy a book about monster stories? Izuku, I was thinking about a game store and buying some Yu-Gi-Oh and Uno card stuff like that. Ryuko, I will do that tomorrow. Rumi, what can I do? Izuku, you have 𝗬𝗓𝗧𝗪, I have it too, so we will be even in power because I drank half of it. It gives you the power to control invisible hands on you back called vectors that can do many things with how much power you put in it. Low, can go through objects without causing physical interference. Medium, lift and throw objects, disrupt BLD vessels. High, slash through most material of low density, carry liquid on surface. Extremely high, visible, explosively powerful. The trump card is you will grow horns and make your vectors get bigger to do more discussion. Rumi, that's cool, I will start training with them tomorrow. Inko, what can my ring do? Izuku, her ring. Izuku, you have 𝗳𝗪𝗥, it lets you make anything you imagine. There's 7 different mods to it. Green, the power of will, the stronger your will the more power you have. The yellow is the power of fear, the more people fear you the stronger you get. The red is the power of rage. This one will make you more aggressive and will make you want to kill your enemies. The orange, the power of greed, you get more greedy and anyone you kill you can bring their avatars of them back to fight for you. The blue is the power of hope, the more hope you give people the stronger you get. You have 2 trump cards, your ring turns black giving you the power of death. You can bring people back from the dead as zombie form. After a day they will disappear. The other one will make your ring white giving you the power of life. Like death, you can bring people back for a day, they will be how they were when they were alive. Inko, I think I will only use green and blue powers. The only trump card I will use is the life power if I need it. I will also train with it tomorrow. Nana, what can my sword do? Izuku, well, like my 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗃 you will get armor, the sword, and you can wield a long spear as well. It will give you more physical strength and speed. To activate it you need to stab the key into the ground and the danger beast within will cover in the armor. The armor can only take damage from other 𝗳𝗪𝗥, so you are basically invulnerable to anyone but us. Inko, what do we tell people when they ask where we got these? Izuku, I don't want people to know about me, so tell them someone called the creator, and if people ask for me tell them he will find you if you are worthy of him. Isteth, hey Izuku, are you ready to put 𝗵𝗃𝗲 in you? Izuku, sure, how are you going to do it? Isteth, make your hand or your chest into shadows, put it in there and fuse it in you. That or you use perfector on yourself. Izuku, I think I will do the second option. Ceres, how are you going to operate on yourself? Izuku, I think I know a way. Izuku made a clone of himself. He brought out perfector, gave it to the clone. The clone put the pair of gloves on and grabbed 𝗵𝗃𝗲 and started operating on the real him. After some time the clone was done, he put it in his chest. Izuku tested it out to see if it would work inside of him, and it did, but right after he fell unconscious. Right before he hit the ground Susanoo caught him. Isteth, Ceres, Sans, Ayano, Lucy and the clone also started to disappear. Everyone, what just happened? Is he okay? Susanoo, he is okay, his body is not used to having everything in him, he will need training from what I seen. If he uses 5 𝗳𝗪𝗥 at the same time he gets tired. Him using more than 5 𝗳𝗪𝗥 for a PRD of time will make him fall unconscious. Rumi, what about you and the dog, aren't you both 𝗳𝗪𝗥 also? Susanoo, that may be true, but he has not used us to do anything. We have only been following him. He only feels my effect if he uses my trump card. Nana, I thought he knows how to use all the 𝗳𝗪𝗥, so why is he having trouble? Ryuko, he is 7 years old. As he gets older and trains with them all he will have less trouble with them. Inko, today has been a long day, let's all get some sleep for tomorrow. Everyone agreed. Susanoo carried Izuku to the room Inko said he can have. In the morning Izuku, what happened last night? I feel like I had a hangover. Ceres, how do you know how that feels like? Izuku, Leon, that's how. Isteth, that makes sense. Now get up so you can train to handle more than 5 𝗳𝗪𝗥 for 30 minutes. Izuku got up and went to the kitchen. He saw everyone and he waved at them and said good morning to them. Inko, how are you feeling? Izuku. Izuku, like I have a hangover. As Izuku said that he knew he messed up. He tried to leave the house but Inko used her telekinesis on him to bring him to her. Inko, how would you know how that feels like? Izuku. Izuku brought out Lionel and made a copy of Leon. Where am I? Oh hi, Izuku wanna go drinking with me again. Izuku, That's how I know how a hangover feels like. She always had alcohol all the time. Somehow she was the one to get me drunk. Leon, who are you talking to? So you are the one to get my baby boy drunk. I will have to punish you. Sans, I like how you forgot you can teleport Izuku. I was scared for my life. Lucy, you have the power to destroy armies and you're scared of your mom. Izuku, yes, Leon was on her stomach holding her but in pain because Inko hit her there with a metal spatula many times. Izuku took back Lionel and made Leon disappear. He then told everyone he was going to train with his Tigus, then he teleported away. Ryuko told everyone that she was going to a game store to get cards. Rumi, Nana and Inko went to the woods to train their Taigu. Time skip with Ryuko. Ryuko was walking in town looking for a game store. After 45 minutes, she found one she was going to enter when a man put a gun to her back. Man, give me everything you got and nobody get her. Ryuko turns around faster than the man can react, grabbing and crushing the gun with her robot hand. The man used his quirk, tuning his body to stone. He tried hitting Ryuko but she dogged it and hit him in the face, knocking him out. Ryuko sad face. Thoughts. This hand is so strong. After waiting a little, the police came and arrested the man and asked Ryuko what happened. The police were going to give her a warning to not use her quirk in public. She told them she did not use it and she was a new hero. The police asked to see her license and she gave it to them. After that they apologized to her and left. As she was going to enter the store, two kids came up to her. Kid 1, that was really cool. Are you a hero? Kid 2, you were like punch dodge punch and he was asleep. Ryuko, yes, I am a hero. I'm off duty right now though. Kids, can we get your autograph? Ryuko, sure, what do you want me to sign? The kids brought out binders from their backpack when they opened it to show where she can sign. When Ryuko saw the binder, it had a ton of cards in it. She asked about them after she signed the binders. Ryuko, what are those cards you have? Kid 1, this is our Yu-Gi-Oh collection. We were going to this gaming store to see if they have any new cards. Ryuko, I was going to that store to get cards too. Kid 2, you play Yu-Gi-Oh too? Ryuko, no I don't, but I want to try something with the cards if it's okay with you too. Can I see one of your cards? Kids, sure. The kids looked through their binders finding cards they had multiple cards of. They then gave them to Ryuko. Kids, here you go. Ryuko, thank you, and can I know your names? Kids 1, Jaden Yuki. Kid 2, my Valentine. Ryuko, it's nice to meet you. Can you tell me what these cards do? Jaden, I gave you King Knight, she gave you Queen's Knight. If you have these you can bring out Jack's Knight. Ryuko thanked them. Ryuko put the King Knight on her arm. A flash of light happened and he was there, then put the Queen's Knight in. Even bigger light happened and Queen's Knight and Jack's Knight was there. Jaden and Mai and other people that were looking at this were all amazed. Mai, is this your quirk? Ryuko, no, it's not. A person gave me this arm. Jaden, are they staying here or are they going to disappear? Ryuko, they will disappear after some time, but I can make them stay if I have something, but I don't have what I need. As Ryuko was telling the kids this, people were recording what she said. Many were surprised that this was not a quirk but an invention from someone. Jaden gave her one of his favorite cards, Evil Hero Inferno Wing. Mai gave her one of her favorite cards, Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. They asked her when she finds what she needs to make them stay if she can bring these cards out. Ryuko agreed to them. She and the kids went into the store to get cards. With Rumi, Nana and Inko, Rumi started using her vectors to break trees while she was jumping from tree to tree. After some time, Rumi was practicing her fighting style and started finding ways to use her vectors for defense and offense. Inko was using her ring to make many things, from a big fist to planes, even sci-fi weapons she saw on TV. After experimenting with her ring, Inko was helping Rumi by sending lasers, arrows, and bullets at her. Rumi was standing still, blocking everything with her vectors. Nana put her sword in the ground and screamed, "Grand Chariot!" The armor appeared behind her. As soon as she said the name, she had black, full-body armor on her. Nana looked at herself. After that, she started training in the armor. After training with her sword and spear, she went to where Rumi and Inko were and saw them training with each other, so she went to join them in training their Taigu. With Izuku, Izuku teleported deep in the woods to train and not worry about hurting anyone. Izuku, so what should I do first? Death. Use my Ice Cavalry trump card and fight them while from Taigu to Taigu. Ayano, Maxim fire soldiers in there too with the ice cavalry. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, and some shadow soldiers too. Izuku, okay, I will just make this a trump card of my own, I will call it Hell's Army. Sans, don't go overboard, you are still a kid. Izuku, I know, but I have to train using multiple Taigu at once to get better. Lucy, don't use your vectors for attacking us, them only for defense so you can focus on attaching with your other Tigas. Izuku, okay, let's do this. Hell's Army. Izuku screamed his new trump card. When he said the name, 500 ice cavalry soldiers, 500 fire soldiers, and 100 shadow necromancers appeared. As all of this was happening, there was a girl with Iris's bright yellow eyes with dirty ash blonde styled into two messy buns looking at this with amazement. Izuku, I did not think I would summon that much. Ayano, you summoned more than I thought you would. Isteth, there is someone watching us. Izuku, where is he? 𝗧𝗟𝗧, it's a her and she's in the bushes to your left. Izuku, if I start fighting, how much danger is she in? Lucy, tell your soldiers not to attack her if they find her, and she should be fine. Izuku told all 1,100 soldiers not to harm the girl if they see her. After that he told the small army to attack him. The ice cavalry was coming after him the fastest, so he brought out 𝗓𝗏𝗄𝗃. He used it by sending large electric orbs at them. Izuku made a clone of himself and gave him Pumpkin. The clone started shooting the backline soldiers with it. As the ice cavalry was getting close to him, he brought out Rubicant, burning everyone that got too close to him. Messy Buns, this is too cool, I wonder if he will give me some of his BLD. When did it get so cloudy? Izuku screamed lightning crash. Lightning from the sky hit most of the soldiers. The ice cavalry was all gone, only 100 fire soldiers and 50 shadow necromancers remained. As Izuku was getting ready to fight the rest, the shadow necromancers started bringing back the fallen soldiers back and making new soldiers. Izuku brought out 𝗵𝗃𝗄𝗃, summing the armor, then rushing the shadow necromancers. Many of the soldiers tried attacking him, but he blocked their attacks with his vectors and his clone was still shooting. When Izuku got close to the shadow necromancers, he brought out Cross-Tail, putting the strings over his enemies, cutting them all up. When he was done, he put all of his Tigas away. Izuku, I'm so tired right now. Isteth, you did better than I thought you would. Lucy, you used 9 Tigas for an hour and half, not bad. As Izuku was talking to his voices when the Messy Buns girl came out of the bushes walking towards him with a smile on her face. Messy Buns, that was awesome. How did you do that, and do you have multiple quirks? Izuku, nope, I'm quirkless. I made all this stuff that gives me powers, and may I know your name? Messy Buns, my name is Himiko Toga. What's yours, and can you make me something? Izuku, my name is Izuku Midoriya, and may I know why you are in the woods nowhere near any civilization? Toga, well, my parents told me we were going on a trip together. I was so happy they were going to spend time with me again. Izuku, what do you mean again? Toga, well, ever since I got my quirk, my parents never wanted to be near me. Izuku, I'm sorry to hear that. If you don't mind, can I know what your quirk is? Toga's sad face thoughts. He's going to leave you when he finds out what your quirk is, like mom and dad did. Izuku saw how Toga had a sad and scared face on her. Izuku went up to her and hugged her. Izuku, it's okay if you don't want to talk about it. Toga, it's called Transform. It lets me shape-shift into another person's appearance after consuming some of their BLD. Toga was waiting for him to stop hugging her, but what he said surprised her. Izuku, that's an amazing quirk. You can be an amazing underground hero. You can infiltrate villain hideouts. You can spy on villain plans. You can do so much with it. Toga, you really think I can be an underground hero? Izuku, of course I do. Now can you tell me why are out here by yourself? Toga, my parents drove out here and left me. They said they can't take care of a villain anymore. I have not done anything bad either. Izuku, I'm sorry to hear that. I can take you to any relatives you know. Toga, all my relatives call me a villain too, and nobody will want me because a few weeks ago I started craving BLD, and if people know that, they will put me on the streets like my parents. Izuku, then live with me and my family. Toga, what, really? What about me wanting BLD? Izuku, they will understand, and we can get BLD from BLD banks or give you some of their BLD. Toga, what about your BLD? Izuku, it's not safe. I will do some research to see if in the future I can give you my 𝗵𝘃𝗍𝗁 Toga agreed and thanked him. Izuku teleported them to his house when they were there. Toga looked at the house with amazement. Toga, this place is so big, what do your parents do? Izuku, well, if you are going to live with us you might as well know everything. Izuku told her everything that happened to him, to finding weapons with powers and him living with pro heroes. After that Toga and Izuku talked and watched TV. Toga met Susanoo and Koro, and after a little bit Ryuko got home looking at both of them. Ryuko, looks like you had an eventful day. Izuku, yes I did. What about you, Miss Summoning Hero? Ryuko, what do you mean? Izuku, there's videos of you summoning people with your arm, nobody knows it was you, they are just calling you the Summoning Hero. Ryuko, well they will know tomorrow when I work and they see the arm. So who is the girl? Toga, 𝗵𝗃𝗲 Toga. Izuku 𝗧𝗏 I can live with you guys. Ryuko, may I ask why? Never mind, you can tell me when everyone gets back. After a few hours Nana, Rumi and Inko got home looking tired. After 5 minutes they saw the girl with Izuku. Inko, Izuku, who is your new friend? Izuku, this is 𝗵𝗃𝗲 Toga. Is it okay if she lives with us? Inko, of course, but what about her parents? Izuku, well that's the thing. Izuku told his mom what happened to Toga and why he asked her to stay with them. Inko agreed and said she can have her own room or stay with Izuku. Toga wanted to stay with Izuku after everything he did for her. She wanted to be close to him. After she said that she got to know everyone in the house. Izuku, so how was your training for you three? Nana, I got my butt kicked from those two. Izuku, well out of the 4 of you, yours is the weakest one. Rumi has the strongest out of you 4. Toga, why is Nana the weakest and Rumi the strongest? Izuku, will Nana Taigu give her increased physical strength and speed? The armor can only take damage from others. Taigu, that's all and good, but Inko Ring can make so many things that can stop her. Ryuko can summon things to defend her and summon others to attack for her. Rumi vectors are invisible, only she and I can see them. They are strong enough to destroy most of anything Ryuko and Inko can bring out. That's why hers is the strongest out of the 4 of them. Toga, it must be so cool to have a strong quirk and a Taigu. Izuku, you will get one tomorrow. I see that 2 will accept you. Toga, I'm getting 2. Izuku, no, I will only give you 1 and give you the other one when you're older and can handle 2 of them. Toga, I'm okay with that. Izuku and Toga both looked around the mansion because they had only been in his room and the living room. After they were done they both went to sleep together because there was only 1 bed in his room. In the morning Izuku woke up feeling weight on his body. Izuku looked down seeing Toga hugging him in her sleep. Izuku was going to wake her up when a flash happened. He looked at his door seeing his mom with her phone in her hand and a smile on her face. Izuku, what are you doing? Toga woke up from Izuku screaming as she looked around seeing Inko with a phone in her hands and smiling. Toga was wondering what's happening, so she looked down and saw she was hugging Izuku. She blushed in embarrassment and put her head in Izuku's chest. Inko started smiling even more and tacking even more pictures of what's happening. Inko, I'm sending these to all of my friends. Izuku/Toga, please don't. Inko, too late, I sent them all. Izuku, who did you send it to? Inko, everyone in the house, the wild pussycats, Midnight, Snipe and Recovery Girl. Izuku, why have you not told me you know the wild pussycats? I wanted to meet them ever since they formed their team. Inko, if it makes you feel any better, I invited everyone over today, so you will meet them today. Izuku ran up to his mom hugging her. Inko smiled at this after everything that happened to him. He is still the same hero-loving kid. Toga giggling at this. After that everyone went to the kitchen. Nana, so Toga, do you want us to get you a bed in there or do you want to stay with Izuku? Toga sad face blushing. I would like to stay with Izuku. Inko, I will order a bigger bed so there's more room for you too. Whisper, and if any more girls join in. Izuku, Mom, I heard that, Mom. Inko, what are you talking about, Izuku? Izuku, never mind. Toga, this is your Taigu. Brings out Lionel. Toga, I forgot I was getting one. I was too happy you guys let me live with you. Can you tell me what this Taigu can do? Izuku, When Lionel is active, it enhances your 5 senses greatly and gives you danger beast characteristics, such as lion ears, paws, and a tail. It also greatly increased your regeneration, physical strength, and speed to animalistic levels. 𝗏𝗏, that's so cool, is like a mutant quirk. Can you tell me about the other 𝗧𝗏𝗏 you talked about yesterday? Izuku, it is like a mutant quirk but it's stronger than one. The other 𝗧𝗏𝗏 is called 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗟. Its fangs, you're supposed to bite your enemies in order to kill them, while also out there BLD your victims will be desiccated. After absorbing BLD from an enemy, your strength and regenerative abilities became enhanced. With both of this 𝗧𝗏𝗏 you will be able to regenerate from missing limbs super fast. You will be strong enough to beat anyone in a fight but us. 𝗏𝗏, that is awesome. When do you think I will be ready for 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗟? Izuku, train with Lionel when I go training and you should be ready to use it in like 2 to 3 years. 𝗏𝗏, why so long? Izuku, because if you are not ready to handle 2 of them you will die from it. 𝗏𝗏, how come you can use all of them and be okay? Izuku, my best is I can use 9 𝗧𝗏𝗏 at once for an hour and a half. I still have a long way before I can use all of them at once. Inko, well, time for us to go to work. We will see you 2 tonight with the other. Izuku, have a good day at work you guys. 𝗏𝗏, let's go train with our 𝗧𝗏𝗏. It's going to be a long day. Nana, Ryuko, Drumi, and Inko left for work. Izuku teleported him and 𝗏𝗏 in the middle of the woods to train. At the Yagi household, Katsuki, hey Izumi, what's wrong? You're not your talkative self. Izumi, it's my mom. She left my dad the day we killed Izuku. Shoto, why would she leave you guys? You have a strong quirk. Your dad is a nice person. Your brother had nothing. He was useless. Izumi, there's something else that gets me mad about all of this. Katsuki, what is it? Maybe we can help fix it. Izumi, you guys remember how I told you my mom was a hero and that's how I know All Might? Katsuki, yeah, what about it? Izumi, well, my dad is All Might, that's how I really know him, and for my mom to leave him because Izuku died. I still don't know why she loved him so much. Shoto, so your dad All Might. Why would she leave him over your brother? Unlike us, he would have never been a hero. Katsuki, we will be the next top pros together. That Deku would have died the minute he fought someone with a strong quirk, and we proved it. A quirkless person can't win. Izumi, so Shoto, how's life at your house? Shoto, with the help of you 2 I accepted his fire. Katsuki/Izumi, about time. Endeavor paid them to do it. Izumi, what about your sisters? Shoto, Fuyumi is doing okay. She still misses mom and wants to visit her but he won't let her. The same goes for Weiss. Weiss also studies hard and trains her quirk so she can be a hero. Katsuki, do they know that Deku is dead? Shoto, I'm not going to tell them and they have not found out about it. Izumi, let's stop talking about my useless brother and go train. With Izuku and 𝗏𝗏 had her 𝗧𝗏𝗏 active, giving her lion ears, paws, and a tail. She was fighting agents 𝗬𝗏𝗏 and her puppets. 𝗏𝗏 was fighting 𝗬𝗏𝗏 8-man puppet and Henter while dogging Doya shooting at her. While all this was happening, 𝗬𝗏𝗏 was sitting down eating cookies with 𝗳𝗏𝗏 that came over to see how her training was going. 𝗳𝗏𝗏, how has she been doing so far? 𝗬𝗏𝗏, pretty bad, but seeing how she does not have assassin training like we did at her age, she's doing okay. How is Izuku training going? 𝗳𝗏𝗏, he's sparring against 𝗧𝗏𝗏 while dogging Seiryu, shooting at him all without using a 𝗧𝗏𝗏. 𝗬𝗏𝗏, why is he not using a 𝗧𝗏𝗏 and why is Seiryu shooting at him and not mine? 𝗳𝗏𝗏, I'm out of cookies, do you have any more? 𝗬𝗏𝗏, yes, I have 2 more boxes. Gives her another box of cookies. Now can you answer my question? 𝗳𝗏𝗏, 𝗧𝗏𝗏 wanted to train him not to rely on his 𝗧𝗏𝗏, but knowing her she just wanted to fight someone, and why it's not mine shooting at him. If it was her he would be hit every time. As the 2 sisters were talking, 𝗏𝗏𝗏 was hit through 4 trees, knocking her out. They got up to get her. 𝗬𝗏𝗏 put her puppets back in Yatsufusa. 𝗳𝗏𝗏 put 𝗏𝗏𝗏 on her shoulder, bringing her to Izuku. When they got to him, 𝗧𝗏𝗏 punched him in the face and Sarah's kicked him in the stomach, sending him flying to them. 𝗬𝗏𝗏, so Izuku, how is it fighting us without using Tigus? Izuku, well, I was using them to bring all of you out. 𝗧𝗏𝗏, that may be true, but you still did good. You hit me and Sarah's 2 times and never got hit by Seiryu. Izuku, take us back home. I'm tired. Everyone started to disappear except for Sarah's. She teleported them back to their room and put them in their bed. After that she disappeared. Few hours later Izuku, everything is 𝗧𝗠𝗱. Is every training session going to be like that? Izuku, it only gets harder from now on. Izuku and Toga got out of their bed and went to the kitchen to see Susanoo cooking food and reading cooking books. Koro was helping him by bringing him the ingredients. Izuku, hey Susanoo, what are you doing? Susanoo, your mom talked to me with that strange device to make food I have not heard of, so I'm reading how to make them. Toga, that strange device is a phone and you are making hamburgers, katsudon tacos, chicken wings, white rice and cakes, ice cream. Susanoo, well the last time I was active I only made meat only. Izuku, it was 𝗳𝗃𝗃 that only ate meat right. Susanoo, yes she only wanted meat to eat. Few hours later Nana, 𝗂𝗏𝗏 and Inko got home with the wild pussycats, Midnight, Snipe and Recovery Girl. Nomiuri ran up to Izuku hugging him. Nomiuri, it's been so long since the last time I saw you. Izuku, you saw me last week. Nomiuri, that's a long time. Sees Toga, hey Izuku who that girl over there? Izuku, this is Himiko Toga. I met her yesterday. Nomiuri started talking to Toga and Izuku. While this was happening Inko was talking with the others. Chio, Inko, can I ask you a question? Inko, of course you can. Chio, I read the report that said Izuku was killed a few days ago. How is he alive? Mandalay, what do you mean he was killed? Inko, can you come sit on the couch so I can tell you? Inko called Nomiuri over to tell her something. Nomiuri walked over and sat with Ragdoll. Inko was going to tell them but Izuku stopped her. Izuku told everyone everything that happened to him and how he founded Toga yesterday and her story. After explaining Nomiuri and Pixie Bob ran up to Izuku and Toga hugging them. Mandalay, I don't want to sound mean but your husband and daughter are shitey people. Inko, he is my ex-husband now and I know. Nana, but I bought this place with her ex money. Mandalay, what does he do to make that much money? Nana, only a little bit of people know this now you are in on it. Her ex is all might. Mandalay, what how could he be a horrible parent? Inko, ever since he found out Izuku was quirkless he just never cared about him. Chio, Inko you know I'm going to have to tell Nizu. Inko, I know but when you tell him I will be there to talk to him too. Chio, I'm okay with that. The rest of the night they had a little party. Izuku got the autographs from the wild pussycats. After cleaning up everyone went to bed. Next day at UA Inko, Izuku's Toga and Chio walked to the principal office. They knocked on the door after a few seconds someone told them to come in. When they entered they saw a dog or a mouse or a bear creature. Nizu, hello there. Inko how can I help you? Inko, I would like to talk to you about my son and his friend. Nizu, indeed we do. Seeing how you have two people that are reported dead. Inko, what do you mean two? Nizu, well yesterday the police got a report from a woman that said her daughter was attacked by a villain and killed by him. She gave the police a picture of her daughter that died to the villain and your son's friend looks like her. Inko, I did not know that Toga was reported dead. I came over here to tell you what happened to my son but he most likely will tell you. Izuku, hello there, your name is Nizu right? Nizu, yes it is can you tell me how you are alive after reports saying you are dead? Izuku told Nizu everything that happened to him and what happened to Toga. As Izuku was talking Nizu was writing everything down. After Izuku was finished Nizu gave Izuku and Toga an IQ test. Nizu, can you two take this test while I talk to your mother? Izuku Toga, sure Nizu. Chio, can you take them to your office so they can take the test? Chio, of course sir. Come with me kids. As they leave Nizu looks back at Inko. Nizu, what would you like to talk about now Inko? Inko, I would like to see if you can get BLD bags from a BLD bank for Toga and for you not to send heroes after my son when he does vigilante work. Nizu, will do. Inko, sir I know that's a what did you say yes? Nizu, yes I did as fair as anyone knows the vigilante can be anyone and nobody will think it's your son because he is dead on paper as for the BLD I can tell them it's for a student. I will tell every teacher at UA not to go after your son but other heroes will go after him. Inko, thank you sir. Time skip Nizu was looking at the IQ test smiling at their scores. Izuku IQ 500. Toga IQ 180. Chio, sir, why did you agree? I like Izuku, he's a nice kid, but that what he is a kid, I don't want him getting hurt. Nizu, he will be fine. Pulse, there no evidence he was ever here. Chio, what do you mean there camera all over the school? Nizu, that may be true, but every time a camera was looking at him it went black. So there is no proof any of them were ever even at the school. Chio, if he ever gets sent to a hospital I want to be told. Nizu, of course. Month later, Yagi household. Yagi, Izumi, you are almost ready for one more year of your training and your body will be ready to handle the power. Izumi, I will not disappoint you, Dad. I will be the best hero out there. Yagi, I know you will. Now I must go to work. Hopefully I can catch the new villain in 𝗧𝗍𝗄. Izumi, I thought he was a vigilante. Yagi, that's what people say, but he is breaking the law and he is too dangerous to be left alone. With Izuku and Toga, Izuku and Toga have been working on suits to wear if they ever go to the city to get anything. Izuku made a suit that had what he called stasis, a device that's capable of producing a temporary time dilation, making objects move at an extremely slow rate for a PRD of time. It also has kinesis module or telekinesis. The device is used to suspend and handle objects, both heavy and light, via an artificial gravity field. Izuku's suit, Toga's suit, is like a party robot catsuit. Toga's suit lets her move faster and jumping higher. It has hidden dangers in it. It also has an ability to make her enemies only see darkness. Toga's suit, Toga, why is your suit so much better than mine? Izuku, I asked you if you wanted help and you said no. Toga, well, can you help me now? Your suit is so much better than mine. Izuku, maybe later. These are only the prototypes and you did good on your in only 1 month. Most people wouldn't even get past your helmet capability in 1 month. Toga, I know, but you're helping me with the finished product. Izuku agreed with her and they went back to work on their suits. 1 year later, in 1 year, Inko is now the number 2 hero, Rumi is number 3, Ryuko is number 4, Nana is number 5 hero. All Might was still the number 1 hero, but every day more people were looking up to Nana, Ryuko, Rumi, and Inko. The only reason they are not higher is because of the government. The government doesn't want any of them to be number 1 because they won't tell them where to find the creator that gave them their support items they have. Izuku in 𝗧𝗍𝗄 persona is loved by the citizens. They see him as a hero, but the police and some heroes see him as a threat. He is the most wanted person in Japan for saving people without a license to do it. Most heroes know not to try and attack him. The only one that still try are new heroes thinking they can win, or All Might and Endeavor. Ever since Endeavor got put as the number 6 hero, he tried everything to get back up, but he could never beat any of the top 5. Izuku was going rooftop to rooftop in his 𝗧𝗍𝗄 armor looking for any villain thugs RPST to send to jail. When he saw a man in a black suit exit from a dark fog portal, he started walking away, so Izuku tuned invisible and followed him. After following him for a little bit, the man turned around. Izuku thought he was found out until the man moved out of the way from a fist aiming for him. When Izuku looked at who threw the punch, he saw All Might. Few minutes before, Toshinori was walking with Izumi looking for Nana or Inko. Ever since they left him, he has been trying to get them back. He tried calling them. They never picked up. When they did hero work with each other, they hardly talked to him. As he was thinking of ways to get them back, he saw a man in a black suit. After looking at him, he knew that man was All for One. Yagi, Izumi, get out of here. Izumi, what? Why is there something wrong? Yagi, my nemesis is in front of us. I'm going to stop him before he hurts anyone. Toshinori looked around. He saw nobody looking at him, so he turned into his All Might form and rushed at All for One. Izumi stayed and brought out her phone, live streaming this fight. As the hero and villain started to fight, Izuku started getting the people out of danger as he was almost done. All Might punched the villain in the face, sending him into a building, making it collapse on people. Izuku saw the building collapse, so he shouted 𝗵𝗃 to freeze space and time to save everyone, but when he got in the building he saw 2 families holding their kid. One of them was a dad with light gold hair, the mother had dark purple hair wearing glasses, holding their daughter with purple hair and earphone jack like her mother. The other family all had green hair, the mother and father holding their daughter that had green thorn-covered vines for hair. As he got to the families, he saw how much damage they had on them. He took them outside with the other people he saved. Izuku unfroze space and time. When he unfroze time, the parents of the two kids fell to the ground. Izuku ran up to them, seeing what's wrong with them. When he saw blood come from their stomachs, he inspected and saw they had holes in their heart and other spots. He was going to try and save them when his death and Sarah's told him to dodge. Izuku tuned his body to shadows and put on an ice shield to protect the people, but the fist broke the shield, hitting the parents, making his 20% chance of saving them turn to 0%. Izuku turned around, seeing All Might, surprised. Izuku, what the hell? All Might, I was trying to save those people and you attacked me. How did you dodge my attack? Izuku, you just killed 4 people that I could have saved, and all you are thinking about is how I dodge your attack. I will stop you, villain, no matter what. Izuku, you are calling me a villain when you attack that other person in a busy street without thinking. I don't know who he was, but you two almost got so many people killed, but I saved them, and after you sent him into a building making it collapse on people, I saved them, and when I was trying to save these 2 kids' parents, you attacked me. Who the real villain here? Izuku knows about All for one but does not know how he looks. All Might did not answer but attacked Izuku. All Might threw a punch at him, but Izuku caught it. He tried hitting him with his other hand, but it was also caught. Izuku kicked him in the stomach, sending him flying. Izuku then teleported above him, kicking him down. As All Might was getting up, Izuku punched him in the face. Izuku, stay down, you caused enough damage. Never, I will win this fight, saving everyone I can. I can win against anyone. Izuku, so be it. Izuku brought out 𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗍𝗪𝗧, 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗍𝗪𝗧, and Spectator. Then he put his 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗍 sword in the ground. Izuku shouted 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗍 after a flash happened. Izuku was standing there in a new full-body armor. It looked the same, but this one had wings and other stuff with it. Izuku, surrender. All Might, you could not bet my last armor, and this one is much more stronger than the last. Never, I will different you no matter what, because heroes always win in the end. You may have heard these words before, but I will teach you what it really means. Go beyond plus ultra. Izuku, you are right, the hero will win. As All Might throw his punch at Izuku. Izuku grabbed All Might's punch, not moving an inch. All Might could not believe it. His most powerful punch did not even move him. Izuku, if you are wondering where your shock waves from your punch are, I sent anything that gets past me away, so nothing behind me will be in danger. Now it's my turn to hit you, but you are not worth my full strength. Izuku's right eye started glowing blue. All Might started levitating with a blue glow around him. Izuku walked up to him and flicked him in the stomach, sending him flying back. Izuku walked up to him, seeing him coughing up blood. He looked down, seeing he made a hole in his stomach. Izuku, that was a lot more powerful than I thought. I need to train in this form now to get used to it. You will not get away with this, someone will stop you one day. Izuku, the world just saw me take down All Might. I think I'm good. What are you talking about? There are no cameras or news people anywhere. Izuku, that's where you are wrong, look over there. All Might looked where he was pointing and saw Izumi phone in a robot catsuit, hands recording everything with Izumi on the ground unconscious. Izuku, the entire world heard what you said and saw how far you will go to stop strong people you think are a threat. Izuku walked over to the kids that ran back to their parents when the fight was over. The kids were crying on their dead parents. Izuku sat with them, trying to comfort them. While he was doing this, police, firefighters, paramedics, and other heroes got there. Vine's hair, sir, what will happen to us? Izuku, do you have any other family that lives near you? Vine/earphone Jack. No, Izuku, well, you can come live with me then, and can you tell me your names? Jiro, my name is 𝗃𝗃𝗁𝗃. My name is 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁𝗃. The police and some heroes are surrounding you. Sans, just push them all back and leave. As Izuku was still comforting Jiro and 𝗵𝗃, the police and heroes surrounded him. They all told him to surrender. Izuku laughed at them and made all of them have blue glow on them, then flung them away. Izuku left the area with the kids. After everything was done, Toga uploaded the video everywhere, then broke Izumi's phone and left. Few days later in a hospital, we see All Might waking up from many surgeries to save his life. He looked around, seeing nothing. When the door opened, he saw Nizu, Eraserhead, and an annoyed recovery girl. Yagi, hello Nizu, recovery girl, and who are you? Shota, Eraserhead. Yagi, Hello there, Eraserhead. 𝗍𝗂, please tell me we got 𝗳𝗏 and 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁. 𝗍𝗂, we did not. When you were fighting 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁, 𝗳𝗏 escaped and nobody can stand a chance against 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁, especially now in his new form. 𝗓𝗏, you are lucky to be alive. Most of your organs are gone, we can't heal you anymore. Why did you try and fight the most dangerous person by yourself? 𝗧𝗓, I didn't think anyone was stronger than 𝗳𝗏, so after I beat 𝗳𝗏 I thought I could win against 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁. 𝗧𝗱, 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁 saved the people you endangered in your fight, and after you won agents the villain you attacked him, leading to 4 people dying. 𝗧𝗓, I had an opportunity to take down the most wanted man in Japan, so I took my chances. 𝗓𝗏, and you lost badly. 𝗧𝗓, what happens to me now? 𝗍𝗂, that is up to you. If you can't do hero work anymore, then retire. If you still can work, the only thing that happens to you is your hero rank goes to hero number 5. 𝗧𝗓, but I'm the symbol of peace. If I'm not number 1, crime will go up. 𝗍𝗂, it's okay. 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁 is the symbol of hope already for the people. 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁 is the symbol of fear for villains and the symbol of justice for the people. 𝗧𝗓, how is he the symbol of justice? He is breaking the law and he has fought heroes before. 𝗍𝗂, whenever he fights he makes sure the civilians never get hurt. You are the first person to ever make him lose people in a fight. 𝗍𝗂 started talking about what will happen to him. Recovery girl checked on him to see if anything was wrong. Eraserhead pulled a sleeping bag out of nowhere and fell asleep. With Izuku, Izuku was talking with 𝗵𝗃𝗏 and 𝗔𝗂𝗃 at his house. 𝗵𝗃𝗏 and 𝗔𝗂𝗃 on the first day living with the vigilante 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁 were scared because they didn't know anything about him, but when he brought them to his house he turned into a kid their age. They were surprised to see the most dangerous person was a kid. Izuku introduced himself and told them who he lives with and everything about him to make them trust him. After a few days 𝗵𝗃𝗏 and 𝗔𝗂𝗃 got to know everyone, and they slept in Izuku's room because they felt safe with him. 𝗵𝗃𝗏, Izuku, can I ask you something? Izuku, sure, go for it. 𝗵𝗃𝗏, when you asked us if we had any family near us and we said no, but I have an aunt that lives in America, I was wondering if you can bring her here. I haven't seen her in years. Izuku, do you know where she lives? Her name anything? 𝗵𝗃𝗏, her name is Dr. Pamela Lillian Isley and my mom said she works at a place called Arkham Asylum. That's all I know about her. Izuku sad face thoughts. So her aunt is Poison Ivy the eco-terrorist. I'm so happy I made journals for both heroes and villains. Izuku, thank you. When my mom comes back from work I will get her. 𝗔𝗂𝗃, do you have any family anywhere you want me to get? 𝗔𝗂𝗃, I do, an aunt also, but she is a hero in America called 𝗧𝗟, so I don't think she will come. Izuku, I will tell her what happened to her sister and tell her you want to see her. That goes for you to 𝗵𝗃𝗏. 𝗔𝗂𝗃/𝗵𝗃𝗏, thank you. Izuku, it's no problem, I will do anything to make you all happy. Izuku talked to them until his mom came home. He told her what he was going to do for 𝗔𝗂𝗃 and 𝗵𝗃𝗏 and who their aunts are. 𝗵𝗃𝗃 just told him to be careful. Izuku transformed back to his new 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁 armor and teleported to the city he saw 𝗧𝗟 protects. Izuku, 𝗧𝗟𝗧, can you go find her? 𝗧𝗟𝗧, on it. After a few minutes 𝗧𝗟𝗧 founded her and told him where she is. Izuku teleported to her, finding her doing a patrol around the city. Izuku, hello there 𝗧𝗟𝗧. Can I talk to you for a bit? 𝗧𝗟𝗧, you're the hero in 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁 and you know English. Izuku, you don't think I'm a villain and I know most languages just in case someone speaks another language. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, you save so many people, you stop corrupted heroes, you do so much good. How can I not think you are a hero? So what do you want to talk about? Izuku, I was going to ask you to come with me back to Japan. Your sister died a few days ago. I tried to save her but All Might got in my way. Her daughter is alive and living with me now. She wanted to see you. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, Mika is dead, you need to tell me what happened. Izuku, come with me and I will tell you everything, and if you don't know Japanese I have something that will translate for you. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, okay, thank you. Izuku, I need to go somewhere else, so I will send you to your niece. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, okay. Izuku teleported 𝗧𝗟𝗧 to his house and he teleported to Arkham Asylum. As he stepped out of his portal, alarms went off. Izuku was surrounded but he did not care. The police officers started yelling at him. Officer, put your hands up. Izuku, where is Poison Ivy? Officer 2, you are in no position to talk now. Put your hand in a blink of an eye. All of their weapons were destroyed. Izuku, I will ask again, where is Poison Ivy? Officer, we will never tell you, villain. Izuku sad face thoughts, Sarah's, find her please. Sarah's, already on it. Izuku, will time to knock all of you out. Izuku charged at everyone, knocking them out. After that he went to where Sarah's told him where Poison Ivy was knocking out every guard in his way. When I got to her, she and the other prisoner there were looking at me. Izuku, you're Poison Ivy, right? Ivy, yes I am, who are you? Izuku, my name is 𝗵𝗃𝗄𝗃. I am here to get you out. Ivy, may I ask why? I'm not complaining, just curious. Ayano, heroes and police are at the entrance of the building. Izuku sad face thoughts, tell me when they get close to me. Ayano, okay Izuku, your niece wants to see you. She needs a family member right now. Ivy, what wrong? Why is Emilia not there? Did something happen to my sister? Izuku, your sister died a few days ago. I have been taking care of your niece. She wants to see the only family she has left. I will tell you everything when we get out. The heroes are near us. Ivy, can you bring my friend Harley Quinn? Izuku, Dr. Harleen Francis Quinzel, sure, but that's it, we need to go. Izuku broke Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn out of their cells, teleporting them to his house. Izuku left the heroes and police with a note and left. When Izuku got back home he saw Ivy and 𝗵𝗃𝗏 hugging. Dazzler and Jiro doing the same thing. Quinn was talking with Toga and Nana, Ryuko, Rumi and 𝗵𝗃 all smiling at this. Year later 𝗵𝗃 formed a team with Ryuko, Rumi and Nana called Jaegers. They are the #1 team in the world. Izuku 𝗵𝗃𝗄𝗃 persona to the people is the #1 hero in the world. The governments of the world have him as the most wanted person in the world. Izuku the creator persona is the #1 support gear in the world, but he chooses who gets his gear. Dazzler stayed in Japan to be with Jiro. Dazzler and Jiro would sing and play instruments for everyone. Izuku would join them sometimes in their fun. Poison Ivy and 𝗵𝗃𝗏 have gotten very close with each other. Izuku made support gear for everyone. He made hero suits for Jiro and 𝗵𝗃𝗏. Ivy and Izuku found a way for 𝗵𝗃𝗏 to have the same power as Ivy. Izuku made her hero suit have seeds and other stuff so she can grow plants or make her vine hair stronger. Jiro's suit has sonic amplifiers on her hands, legs and neck to send sonic attacks. He also made her sonic grenades and gave her the Taiga scream. It lets her freely manipulate the emotions of those who hear it using hypnosis. Toga and Harley have gotten close with each other and they go and do crazy stuff. Izuku made Toga's suit to be able to get people's BLD. It also has BLD bags in it for her. Izuku, Ivy and Chio found a way for her to use the people she transforms into quirk. When Izuku was 10-year-old, Toga, Jiro and 𝗵𝗃𝗏 told him they all had a crush on him and they would all share him with each other. Izuku knew they all liked him, but he did not want to choose one of them and make the others sad, so when they said they would share him he agreed to go out with all of them. Toga told him both Ryuko and Rumi also liked him. When he heard that he asked them if it was true. They said yes, but will wait for him to turn 13 until they do anything. All Might tried to get his #1 spot back to be the symbol of peace again, but he could never compete with Nana, Ryuko, Rumi and 𝗵𝗃𝗏 anymore, especially with him having a time limit now. He called his friend David Shield to see if he could help him with his problem. David told him he will try and make something for him. Ever since Endeavor was put as the #6 hero, he has made Shoto and Weiss training even harder, to the point Fuyumi and Natsuo took Weiss away from the house to live somewhere else. When Endeavor found it out that 3 of his kids left, he did not care because Shoto was still with him. He even let him bring his friends Katsuki and Izumi over to train with him. 𝗵𝗃𝗏 is the symbol of hope to everyone because she gives hope to the people that everything will be okay. Rumi is the untouchable hero because nobody can get near her to hit her and no projectiles can hit her either. Ryuko the summoning hero that brings out cards to protect people and cards to apprehend villains and save people. Nana was the armor hero, but Izuku gave her Mastima, making her the armor angel hero. Izuku is known as the dragon armor hero to the people, to the police, and some heroes he is the demon armor villain. Izumi got one for all a few days after All Might got out of the hospital so he could train her to be the symbol of peace when she becomes a pro hero. Izumi told Katsuki and Shoto about One for All and everything to know about it. They all agreed to be the top 3 pros to ever live when they grow up. At the Midoriya household, Izuku was sitting down watching TV with Togajiro and Ibra, who were snuggling with him. Susanoo was making lunch for everyone when the doorbell rang. Susanoo went to go get it. When he opened it, he saw a woman in a dress with a ponytail with a man in a nice-looking suit and a 13-year-old girl with a ponytail and a dress. Man? Hello there, sir, may we come in to talk? Izuku heard this and put a thumbs up. Susanoo saw this and let them in. Woman, thank you. Susanoo, you are welcome, may I know your names? Man, we are the Yaoyorozu. As they were talking, Momo saw her old friend Ibra that she has not seen in years. Momo asked her mom if she could say hi to her and she said yes. As Momo was walking over to them, Ibra saw her and ran up to her. Ibra, Momo. It's so good to see you. Momo, it's good to see you too. Are you okay? Me and Tsuyu heard what happened to your family. Ibra, yes, I'm okay. After my family died, the hero 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 took me and Jiro in to live with him. Momo, who is Jiro and you live with 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁? Ibra, Jiro's parents also died the same day as mine did, and you won't believe who 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 is. Momo looked around and saw a teen with green hair and an eye patch on his right eye looking at her. Momo looked at him thinking she had seen him before. After a few seconds her eyes widened, releasing who he was. Momo, Izuku, is that you? Izuku, the one and only. Momo, I thought you were dead. Me and Tsuyu visit your grave every year on the day you saved us. Izuku, I know I have cameras over there. I appreciate you two doing that. Momo, Mom. Momo, we are done here, it's time to go. Momo, Mom, can we stay here a little longer? I found my missing friend and another friend is also here. Lucy, Izuku, there is a battle going on in the city between a villain called 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 and the water hose heroes. The heroes are doing okay, but I don't know for how long. Izuku, thoughts, where are they located? Sans, they are at some street. Right now. Izuku forgot that Momo and her parents were there when he transformed into his 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 armor and left to go and help the water hose heroes. Momo's parents looked at this with amazement. They just found out where the most famous hero villain live. Momo, Dad, did you see that it's the villain 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁? We must tell the police. Momo, Mom, he's not a villain, he is a hero and we will not call the police. Momo, I agree with Mom, he is a hero. Momo, Dad, I don't care what you two say, I'm calling the cops. As he brought out his phone, it was shot out of his hand. He looked where it got shot from and saw the villains Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy and the retired hero Dazzler. Momo, Dad, they're nothing but villains in this house, Ivy. We are not villains anymore, we even have hero licenses. Momo, Dad, how could you two become heroes? Harley, the top 5 heroes and 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 vouched for us. Momo, Dad did not believe them and used his quirk to bring out a sword and charged at them. He did not even get close to anyone when a plant captured him. Ivy, that was stupid and now you are going to jail. Momo, Dad, I will. Tell the cops about 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 living here. Ivy, we are not sending you to normal jail but to one of 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁's secret jails. With Izuku got to the villain attack, saving the water hose heroes from 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁, why? I almost killed them and you just have to save them. Izuku, of course I saved them. I can't have a murder on my watch. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁, oh there will be. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 charged at the injured water hose heroes faster than any of the other heroes there can stop him, but Izuku is much faster than 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 got annoyed and started putting more muscle fibers and attacked any civilians near him. Izuku got all of the civilians out of harm's way. He still does not know why they don't leave but stay and watch. Izuku put up a lightning cage so 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 could not escape. Izuku, 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁, surrender or you are losing an arm. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁, I will surrender to nobody. I'm going to be the first person to break your stupid armor and kill you. After that I will kill every civilian and hero that gets in my way, and I would like to see you try and take one of my arms. Izuku, so be it. Izuku took out 𝗧𝗪𝗧. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁, what are some big scissors going to do? I doubt they can even cut halfway through my muscle. Izuku just smiles and rushes faster than 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 can dodge and cuts off his right arm. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 screams in pain. Izuku walked over to him, punching him in the face, knocking him out. Izuku put his hand where he cut 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁's arm off and cauterized it to stop the bleeding. As Izuku was about to leave, reporters surrounded him. Izuku sad face thoughts, how did they get past my lightning cage? 𝗂𝗍𝗵, When you used 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 to cut muscular arms off, you put a little too much power in it and cut the cage also. Izuku sad face thoughts. I put 2% power into the cut. 𝗬𝗏, why don't you just fuse with 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧? You can handle another tiger right now. Izuku sad face thoughts. I will do it later. Reporter 1. 𝗧𝗏𝗃𝗁𝗃𝗀, can you please stay and answer some questions? Izuku, sure, why not? Reporter 2. What is Izuku? Not you, only her. Points at Reporter 1. She is the only one to ever ask me in the 6 years I have been working. May I know your name? 𝗂𝗏, my name is 𝗂𝗏, sir. This is my first day on the job. Izuku, hello there 𝗂𝗏, so what would you like to know? 𝗂𝗏, how old are you if you don't mind me asking? Izuku, I am 13 right now. 𝗂𝗏, you are 13. That means when you started you were only 7 years old. Izuku, yes, I was 7 when I started saving people. I was told by everyone that I could never be a hero after something happened to me. I just said screw it and started helping people. 𝗂𝗏, I'm very sorry to hear that you can leave if you want. Reporter 2. What are you doing? He is letting you ask questions about him and you are letting that chance go to waste. Izuku, be nice to her, it's her first day. You can still ask me questions 𝗂𝗏, and for you other reporters, I have been blocking your cameras, so only 𝗂𝗏 has been getting what I said. All the reporters were mad that they have not got anything. 𝗂𝗏 was so happy on the first day on her job and she was the only one getting the story. 𝗂𝗏, can you tell me what your quirk or quirks are? Everyone paid close attention to this. The other reporters were so mad that they were not getting this, but a rookie was getting it. Izuku, I am quirkless. That is why everyone told me I can never be a hero. 𝗂𝗏, how are you quirkless? You have shown to be able to do so many things that a quirkless or a quirk person can't do. Izuku, that is thanks to the creator. The armor I have on is from him. The armor can evolve to make me stronger. Do you remember the fight I had with All Might 5 years ago? 𝗂𝗏, how could anyone forget? It's the most viewed video in the world. That reminds me what happened in that flash that turned your old armor into the one you have now. Izuku, did you see when I brought out the other weapons? Then I shouted my name and the flash happened. 𝗂𝗏, yeah, you brought out 2 katanas, gauntlets, some sort of headpiece and gloves with metallic fingertips. Izuku, I'm surprised. Most people never even noticed the gloves with metallic fingertips. 𝗂𝗏, I pay close attention to everything. So why did you bring them out? Izuku, all of those weapons had powers and that flash was all of them fusing with me. After they fused with me, I gained their powers. The armor had to evolve so I could handle all the power. 𝗧𝗏, nice little lie at the end. Izuku sad face thoughts. Can't let people know how strong I really am. I need them to think I have some weakness. 𝗂𝗏, would you be able to show us it by any chance? Lucy, just fuse with 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 for them. Izuku had 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 with him and put his sword in the ground, shouting in Curcio. A flash of light happened. When the flash ended, he looked the same as he did before. 𝗂𝗏, what did those giant scissors give your armor? Izuku, when it was by itself, 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 can cut anything. Now that is fused with me, I can make my wings and my hands can do what 𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 could do. Sarah's, good lie. Izuku sad face thoughts. I don't want them to know I can make any part of my body cut anything. I probably won't even use it that much. Izuku answered some more questions from 𝗂𝗏. Water Hose thanks him for saving them. He talked to the people. He even offered 𝗂𝗏 a news job working for his creator persona. She agreed immediately. As all of this was happening, a person with a plague doctor mask and a person with a mostly scar tissue for a face and some other people were paying very close attention to what he was saying about his armor and other stuff on their TVs. Elsewhere, scar tissue face. He is lying about his powers. Next to him was a man that was completely bald and has a very large bushy mustache. Bald man. I agree, all for one, he must be weaker than what he says. 𝗧𝗏𝗏, no doctor, he is much stronger than what he says he is. Doctor, how is that possible, sir? That would make him stronger than you. 𝗧𝗏𝗏, he is stronger than me right now and there's something else about him. Doctor, what is it, sir? 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏, I feel like I know him somehow. Elsewhere, plague doctor mask. We need to get rid of him somehow. He will be a very big problem in the future. The other people with plague masks agreed with him. Elsewhere, a man with honey brown hair just fine seeing the news. Brown hair, he is even more powerful now. I'm going to have to do even more work finding a way for All Might to beat him. If only they didn't take my invention away, All Might have been able to stand a chance. A few days after defeating muscular Momo brought 𝗬𝗪 over to Izuku's house. When 𝗬𝗪 saw Izuku, she ran up giving him a hug. Izuku told Momo and 𝗬𝗪 what happened to him and how he survived and became a vigilante hero villain. A few weeks later he invited 𝗵𝗃𝗲 and the wild pussycats to show them an invention he made. 𝗵𝗃𝗲, what do you want to show us, Izuku? Izuku, I made a machine that should make you all look younger, so do you want to try it? 𝗵𝗃𝗲/𝗧𝗵𝗪𝗏, I'm in. 𝗧𝗵𝗏/𝗵𝗃𝗲, sure, why not? One by one they all got into the machine. When they got out of the machine they all felt younger. 𝗵𝗃𝗲, I feel great right now. 𝗧𝗵𝗪𝗏, I know I feel like I'm a few years younger. Izuku, this is interesting. 𝗧𝗵𝗏, what is so interesting, Izuku? Izuku, well, the reading I'm getting from all of you. I did not just make you all look younger, but you are all 21 years old again. Tomoko, what do you mean we are 21 again? Izuku, instead of making you all look younger, the machine turned you all back to 21. I think I just made the fountain of youth. The machine blew up for no reason. Izuku, well, that's a shame, oh well. So the four of you are all 21 again. 𝗵𝗃𝗲, thank you, Izuku. Izuku, you are welcome. Now I need to go. I have a meeting with a person that will be a pro hero next year. 𝗵𝗃𝗲, who is the hero you are helping this time? Izuku, her name is Yu Takayama. When I found her she was only in it for the fame and fortune, but after helping her some I made her think like a true hero. 𝗵𝗃𝗲, you saw potential in her. Izuku, yes I did, and with my help she will be a great hero, especially with my support gear. As Izuku left, 𝗵𝗃𝗲 tuned to the other three pros in the room. 𝗵𝗃𝗲, I am so falling in love with him. Pussycats, same. Ryuko/Rumi, just tell him you all love him. Pussycats/𝗵𝗃𝗲, where did you two come from? Ryuko/Rumi, when Izuku left we came down here. Izuku will most likely go out with you all. He going out with us and 𝗳𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 got there he saw you in her hero suit. Izuku, hey you. I see you are ready for more training. You know it, so what are we doing today? Izuku, well, you are good at growing and shrinking with the 𝗵 particles in your suit, so let's practice with you flying with your wings and controlling the ants and wasps at the same time. You, 𝗬𝗏. Izuku, you can call me Izuku. Nobody is here but us. You, sorry, it's just I forget you are dead on paper and you don't want anyone but a few people to know about you being alive. Izuku, I know, but when I go to UA as my creator persona, I will reveal myself to everyone after I break some people's bones. You're talking about your sister and her two friends, aren't you? Izuku, them and any disrespectful people there. Now let's get to work. Year later, in 1 year, Izuku got asked out by 𝗬𝗵𝗲 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗵𝗲 and 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗲. He agreed to all of them and he goes out on dates with all the girls and makes all them stuff they like. Izuku gave Tsu the Taigu Black Marlin, giving her the power to control any liquid around her. He made suits for Momo and Tsu. Izuku and one of the people he works with found out a way to get rid of everyone's drawback. Izuku made a suit for Momo that will tell her the atomic configuration of anything. Tsu's suit has water cannons in them, but only a few people can see them. Izuku meet with a person called 𝗳𝗍𝗪𝗪 from Ryuko. When 𝗳𝗍𝗪 saw Izuku in his creator persona, she asked him so many questions. Izuku answered all her questions and they both got to know each other. Izuku has made some villain friends with his 𝗵𝗃𝗃 persona. They are Karuka Hasaki, Slice, Dabi and some other ones. Izuku is friends with the other vigilantes. Izuku was patrolling when he saw a little girl run out of an alleyway and run into some hero patrolling the area. The little girl asked the hero for help, but he said sorry, I need to be somewhere, and left her. A man with a plague doctor mask came out of the alleyway and grabbed the little girl. Before they went into the alley, Izuku punched the man in the face and grabbed the girl, putting her behind him. Izuku, stay behind me. I will protect you. Little girl, okay, plague doctor mask. Well, look at what we have here, the famous hero 𝗵𝗃𝗃 Izuku. Surrender now, Overhaul, or you and the two other people hiding will feel pain that you didn't even know was possible. Overhaul and his two men were going to attack him, but Izuku just said 𝗵𝗃𝗲 to freeze space and time so the little girl will not get hurt. Izuku walked up to the three of them, hitting them all in the face to knock them out. Izuku unfroze space and time overhaul, and the two other people fell to the ground unconscious. The little girl looked at this in amazement. The people that have been hurting her were taken down in a second. Izuku teleported the three villains to one of his secret warehouses. Then he turned to the little girl. Izuku, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? The little girl didn't say anything but started hugging his legs, saying thank you to Izuku. Izuku bent down, picking her up and hugging her. Izuku, can I know your name, little one? Eri, the mean man called me Eri. Izuku, Eri, I'm going to take you to a safe place with me, okay? Eri nodded her head, still hugging Izuku. Izuku teleported them to his house. When Izuku appeared in his house, he saw Koro and Susanoo were in the kitchen making food, but stopped when he appeared and approached him. Izuku put Eri down and she hid behind his leg. Izuku, is something wrong? You two are compatible with Eri. Susanoo, it appears so. When you two entered the house, me and Koro turned around because we felt something calling us to protect it. Izuku, my fist to Taigu have found a new welder for them. Susanoo, we will still serve you, sir. Izuku, I know you will, but you two will be more useful for Eri. I need to go somewhere, take care of Eri, and if anyone comes home, tell them what happened. Susanoo, of course, sir. Izuku, Eri, I need to go somewhere. You will be safe here, nobody will hurt you. Eri, will you come back? Izuku, of course I will come back. Izuku deactivated his armor and kissed Eri on her forehead. Izuku teleported where he sent Overhaul and his two men. Izuku summoned his armor and chained them up and then called someone. Izuku, hey Dr. Ludwig, what are you doing right now? Ludwig, I was going to make another deal with the devil. Izuku, you got more people's souls to bargain with him. Ludwig, yes I did. Do you need me for something? Izuku, I just wanted to let you know I got two people you can go and practice medicine on. Ludwig, the devil can wait, tell me where they are. Izuku teleported Ludwig to the warehouse. Ludwig, which are the ones I can practice on? Izuku, the one with the long white raincoat and the one muscular man with long light brown hair. Ludwig, if you don't mind, can you bring Dr. Stylish here? I like working with him. Izuku, of course. Izuku brought out Dr. Stylish, 𝗧𝗏, and Lucy. Izuku, Dr. Stylish, you can work with Dr. Ludwig on having fun with those men. 𝗧𝗏 and Lucy, you two will have to get information from Overhaul, make him tell everything they were going to do to Eri and where their hideouts are. 𝗧𝗏, I have not tortured anyone in a while. This will be fun. Lucy woke Overhaul up. Overhaul tried using his quirk to get out, but nothing happened. Izuku told him he has quirk-canceling chains on him and he will tell him everything he knows. Overhaul laughed at that, saying he won't tell them anything. Izuku just left him with 𝗧𝗏 and Lucy. A few weeks later, in a few weeks, Eri has met everyone and got to know them. Eri started calling Izuku Papa and started calling all Izuku girlfriends mommies. Overhaul told them everything, but 𝗧𝗏 and Lucy never stopped, and if he was going to die, Dr. Ludwig brought out his quick fix to heal him. After some time, Izuku gave Overhaul chronostasis and 𝗵𝗲 to the cops. The 𝗬𝗧𝗏 broke them out when they found out where they were. Izuku was on a building looking at 𝗵𝗲𝗄𝗏 Woods, trying to stop a giant villain but failed. He then saw 𝗵𝗃 in the suit. He made her stop the giant villain without causing any damage. 𝗵𝗃, hello everyone, my name is 𝗵𝗃. You went back to her normal size. She was surrounded by reporters asking her questions. Izuku made his way to her to congratulate her. Izuku, good job out there 𝗵𝗃. You did not cause any damage. As soon as Izuku said something, all the reporters turned to him. Izuku saw Ilia with them and waved her over. The other reporters were still mad that only she gets to interview him. Izuku, hello there Ilia, how have you been? Ilia, hello there 𝗵𝗃𝗁. I am doing good, and if I may ask, what brings you to this villain attack? You usually let the hero do their job if they can handle it. Izuku, I wanted to see the new hero. So far she has great potential. 𝗵𝗃, thank you 𝗵𝗃𝗁. Izuku and you answered questions for Ilia. You answered questions for the other reporters that were there. 𝗵𝗃𝗄𝗏 Woods and Death Arms were annoyed that they were not getting any credit for stopping the villain. Few hours later, with 𝗧𝗵𝗲, in 10 months we will be going to UA. Katsuki, there will only be extras there and we will be the top dogs there. Shoto, If anyone tries to pass us, we will make them know their place below us. As they were walking to their houses, a bottle fell on Katsuki's head. Katsuki got mad at it and kicked it, opening it. As they were leaving, they all were captured by a sludge villain. Some time later, Izuku heard explosions and saw smoke in the air. He went to see what was going on and saw Katsuki, Izumi, and Shoto being held hostage by a sludge villain. Izuku, I think I will let the heroes save them. Is death. This is so sad and they think they are the best. Sarah's, they can get out of this so easy but they are panicking. 𝗳𝗵𝗃/𝗵𝗃, they are making everything worse. Lucy, the heroes that are here right now are doing nothing to save them. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, 𝗵𝗃 just got here. Izuku, looks like I don't need to save them. You got all the people away from dangers. She looked around seeing Backdraft trying to put the fires out, but 𝗵𝗃 and 𝗳𝗏𝗄s were doing nothing to help. You ran at the sludge villain. The villain saw her, he was going to attack but she just despaired. You just shrunk and started to fly with her wings to the villain. When she was close, she turned back to her normal size, getting the two boys out of the villain. Sludge villain, how did you get two of my meat shields? It does not matter, I still have one meat shield. 𝗵𝗃, let her go right now. Sludge villain, or what? You did not want the sludge villain to hurt the hostage, so she called ants to attack his eyes. The sludge villain let go of Izumi because of the pain of getting his eyes attacked by ants. While he was distracted, you grabbed Izumi to get her out of any more danger. When Izumi was safe, you threw a gadget shrinking the sludge villain to the size of an ant and capturing him in a bottle she found. Izuku sad-faced thoughts, she has come a long way since we first met. Sarah's, she has shown to be a great hero already and it's only her first day. Sans, the other heroes don't look happy. 𝗵𝗃/𝗳𝗏𝗄s, you're just lucky our quirk were not suited for this villain. 𝗵𝗃, what are you talking about? Yes, they were. 𝗵𝗃/𝗳𝗏𝗄s, how so? 𝗳𝗏𝗄s, instead of attacking his body, you should have aimed for his eyes, and when he was distracted, 𝗵𝗃 could have saved the hostages, but you two only stood back hoping someone will do your job for you. 𝗵𝗃, don't think you are better than 𝗧𝗵𝗃 just because you had a good day. Izuku, she has already shown to be a better hero than you. Everyone looked up seeing 𝗵𝗃 on a building. 𝗵𝗃, how is she better than me? Izuku, she ran into danger to save people without even thinking. Then there was you and 𝗳𝗏𝗄s just standing there doing nothing. Even Backdraft was doing something to help. 𝗵𝗃 and 𝗳𝗏𝗄s just left after that. Izuku congratulated you on how she saved the hostages from the villain. When everyone left, Izuku told you the people she saved were his tormentors when he was a kid. You, now I wish I did not save them. Izuku, you did the right thing. You might have to save people you don't like in the future. You, I know I will have to. Lucy, someone is hiding up ahead of us. Izuku, someone hiding ahead of you. As Izuku and you were walking, Izuku used his spectator eye to put up an illusion to make him and you look like normal people. When they were close to the ally, a young woman with medium brown skin and dark red eyes, her hair is a light mint green, she pulled out two guns and pointed them at Izuku and you. Mint green hair, give me everything you have and nobody gets hurt. Izuku, you don't have anyone precious in your life. That is very sad. Mint green hair, what are you talking about? Just give me your money. Izuku, I don't think I will. How about this? You come work for me and I will make sure you get what you want. Mint green hair, the only thing I want is to meet the hero 𝗵𝗃 so I can ask him a question. Izuku stopped his illusion, showing her that she was talking to 𝗵𝗃. The mint green hair girl dropped her guns and put her hands in the air. Mint green hair, I am sorry, please don't kill me. Izuku, how do you know I kill people and can you tell me your name? Emerald, my name is 𝗵𝗃 and I know you kill people because I'm a great thief that gets very important information on people. Izuku, so you're the person that the Yakuza and the League of Villains and some other organizations are after you. Emerald, who are the League of Villains? Izuku, they are new but a very powerful man is running them. From what I knew, they want you for what I don't know, so what did you want to ask me? Emerald, well, I want to see if I could work for you or do anything to help you. Izuku, I would love to have you. Like her, points at you, I see potential in you. Emerald ran up to him, hugging him and saying thank you over and over again. Izuku teleported Emerald and Yu to his house. Izuku introduced Emerald to everyone in the house. Eri wanted Emerald to play with her. Emerald was more than happy to play with Eri. Izuku started to think of ideas on how to make a suit to help Emerald. Next day with 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Yesterday was so embarrassing. How did we need saving from that villain? Katsuki, the villain only got used because we were distracted, that's all. Shoto, Katsuki is right, if we knew he was there Izumi could have beat him in 2 or 3 hits easily. Izumi, with you two their problem only needed 1 hit if you two helped. Katsuki, so what do you two want to do today? Shoto, let's go to 𝗳𝗏𝗿𝗺 beach, I heard someone cleaned it up. Izumi, why would someone spend time cleaning it, and sure we can go there. Katsuki, I bet it was just some extra trying to get noticed by people. When they got to the beach they saw the hero that saved them there cleaning the rest of the trash with the help of a girl with orange hair and a girl with blonde hair and horn on her head. Katsuki, Izumi and Shoto left the area because 𝗵𝗃 was there. They did not want to remember what happened to them. Good job Pony, you to Itsuka. Pony, thank you 𝗵𝗃. MT, you can just call me MT. That goes for you to Itsuka. Itsuka, of course MT, and thank you for helping us train for the UA entrance exam. MT, no problem, you are doing great. When we are done with the beach we will learn to fight. Itsuka, I already know how to fight. My family owns a dojo and I'm a black belt. MT, if you are so confident I will get a friend to fight you while I train Pony. Itsuka, is your friend a pro hero or something? MT, no, she is the same age as you and a lot better of a fighter than me and a lot of other heroes. Itsuka, she must have a ton of skill to be better than heroes. Pony, what will I be doing? MT, I will teach you my fighting style, it's the same one Toga uses. Pony, who is Toga? MT, the person that will be fighting Itsuka. The rest of the day they cleaned the rest of the beach, making it look like there was never any trash there. They all came back to the beach the next day for their training. Itsuka and Pony saw a girl with 2 messy buns next to 𝗵𝗃. Pony, hello there MT, and you must be Toga. Toga, hi there, are you the one I'm fighting today? Pony, no, that will be her, points to Itsuka. I'm training with 𝗵𝗃 Toga, so you're the one that made me get out of bed this early. Dark aura surrounded around her. Itsuka, I am going to die. MT, you might see the light but you will not die, have fun. Itsuka, hey MT, I think I will train. Why Itsuka was dragged by Toga to a different part of the beach. Pony looked at this with a concerned face. Pony, is she going to be alright? Maybe. You knew what? Let me call one of the doctors. I know, I just remembered something very important. Hello there, you, do you need something? MT, hey Angela, can you come to 𝗳𝗏𝗿𝗺 beach? Angela, what happened that you are calling me? MT, I got Toga out of bed to fight someone and forgot she was on a mission for the past 15 days. Angela, I'm on my way. You are lucky I'm in town. After a few minutes you saw Angela with her girlfriend Fariha next to her. You brought Angela where Toga was. When they got there they saw Toga asleep in Itsuka's lap. MT, what happened? Itsuka, I asked her if she wanted to take a nap and she said yes. Angela, I am surprised you are okay. The only people I know that can handle Toga when she's in a bad mood are like 7 people I know. The rest of the day MT and Fariha trained Pony how to fight. Angela was there if they needed any healing. Itsuka just sat there all day with Toga sleeping on her. Next day with Izuku. Hey Toga, what happened to you yesterday? You were not in your room. Toga, you forgot I was on a mission for the past 15 days and woke me up to train someone and I fell asleep on them. Izuku, so how was your mission? Toga, it was good. I killed most of Salem people but I still don't know where she is hiding. Also Kiruka might be in trouble. I heard they found out she knew the real you. Izuku, I will tell her she is in Dan. Izuku teleported Kiruka to him. When she was in his house she looked injured. Izuku, hey, are you okay? Did they do anything to you that might kill you? Kiruka, I'm okay, just some cuts and brushes, nothing too bad. Izuku, what happened? How did they find out you know me? Kiruka, I didn't even know they found out I was working with you. I was just waking when 𝗵𝗃 and Chimera just attacked me. I tried fighting back but they were too much for me. They were going to kill me but you saved me. Izuku, You can stay with us, and since you know a lot about me, you will be one of my high-ups. I even have a suit made for you. Karuka, you are the best. Izuku, sorry I can't help you with telling you what 9 will be doing. Izuku, it's okay, I have backup plans in case this ever happens. Phone rings. I need to take this. Toga sad face thoughts. That's Kanako ringtone. I wonder what happened to her. Izuku, hey Kanako, what can I do for you? Kanako, hey Izuku, can you get me out of this place? Some man in a back suit came in and told my boss I know you and they are looking for me but can't find me. Izuku brought Kanako and another person called 𝗧𝗵𝗲 to his house. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, where am I? See Izuku? Hey Izuku, what do you need to get me out of spying on Curator? Izuku, someone knows the people I have been working with and I don't want any of you to get hurt, and since you no longer will be with Curator, I'm going to send you and Kanako Karuka to kill him and Volcano and their men. Emerald, can I join them on their mission? Karuka, Kanako, 𝗧𝗵𝗲, who are you? Izuku, this is 𝗵𝗃 She is one of the best thieves. Karuka, I heard your name before, it's on the kill on sight list. Emerald, are you kidding me? I knew I was not liked because of everything I know but the kill on sight list. Kanako, if it makes you feel any better, if people know you are working for 𝗵𝗃 nobody will go after you. As Karuka, Kanako, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 and Emerald were taking, Izuku was getting everything ready for their mission and texting some of his villain friends he needs to talk to them soon. A few minutes later, one of the walls opened up showing 4 suits. Emerald, what are those? Izuku, those are your suits, each one will work with your quirk, making it stronger than before. Emerald, how do you have one for me? I joined a few days ago. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, he can do a lot in a day. I was brainwashed by Curator and when he found out he made something to get me back to normal. Karuka, so what do the suits do so we know what they are capable of? Izuku, all you have to do, Karuka, is put one of your hair in the suit and it will start replicating it. You will be able to harden and sharpen any part of your body and shot your hair from any decision, and if 𝗧𝗵𝗲 puts some of her quirk in the suit, your quirk and hers will combine in the suit, making your hair be able to weaken or negate people quirks when you hit them, and the suit makes it where your quirk has no weakness. With all of this, you are now a S or SS danger person, and this is only the prototype suit. I was playing a lot of Monster Hunter when writing this chapter. Karuka, this is so cool, thank you Izuku. I will stay by your side no matter what. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, same for me, you have helped me so much, I will follow you anywhere you go. Kanako, I will do anything you ask, you are the only person I would do anything for. Emerald, I may be the news one here but I will follow you to the end of the earth. Izuku, I know you all will, and I will do everything I can to make it so nothing will hurt any of you. Now who wants to know what their suit does next? 𝗧𝗵𝗲, can I know what mine does? Izuku, your suit will have many ways to cut people, and everything you cut them with will be able to have your soap quirk in them, so when you cut them their quirk will be weaken or negate. The suit can also just send out your quirk in soap bubbles, so if anyone walks into them your quirk will take effect on them. The suit also has a teleporter so you can bring out bigger weapons that would not normally fit in it. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, will my quirks affect any of my teammates? Izuku, no, it will not. Everyone that is high-ranking will not be affected by each other's quirks. Karuka, Kanako, 𝗧𝗵𝗲, Emerald, we are all high rankings for you. Izuku, yes you all are. Emerald, I know you're new but everything I know about you puts you at a high rank spot. Emerald, how much do you know about me? Izuku, I know every crime you have done. Emerald, OH. Izuku, so which one of you are next? Kanako, can you tell me what my suit does? Izuku, your suit will make your quirk dust more powerful. You will be able to make your dust super toxic, even if they have a gas mask on it will break it, killing them. It can also make your dust impossible to see through, and if you combine yours and 𝗧𝗵𝗲 quirks you will be able to make your dust be able to weaken or negate everyone in your dust, and like everyone's suits it will get rid of your weakness, and like everyone's right now this is only the prototype suit. Emerald, if these are only the prototype suit, what will the finished version be like? Izuku, you will be able to fight my 𝗵𝗃 persona and have a 15% of winning. Would you like to know what your suit does? Emerald, yes, I would like to know. Izuku, your suit will make your quirk hallucinations more dangerous because your hallucinations will be able to hurt people now, and your hallucinations can only be destroyed by anyone that works for me, so you are good on any missions I send you on. The suit will scan the area and tell you everyone's greatest fears. Karuka, If we are going to be a team, we need a Izuku, you will most likely almost attack at night, so how about night raid? They all agreed on the name and started training in the suits until it was time to go on their mission. Izuku was making some phone calls to other villains' friends, telling them what happened and to look out for anything. When night time came, Izuku only needed 3 more calls to make and sent his newest team out to do their mission. With Night Raid 𝗧𝗵𝗲, we are at the wild villain's hideout. Karuka, 𝗧𝗵𝗲, you and I will go after the leader. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 and 𝗵𝗃𝗲, you two will take out all the small fries. 𝗧𝗵𝗃/𝗵𝗃𝗲, you can count on us. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, can I kill 𝗧𝗍𝗘? Karuka, of course you can. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 and 𝗵𝗃𝗲 went to where all the low-level people were. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 used her quirk to fill the entire area with dust, and 𝗵𝗃𝗲 made hallucinations of their greatest fear coming out of the dust, grabbing them and taking them back to the dust. You could hear their screams miles away. When Karuka and 𝗧𝗵𝗲 found 𝗵𝗃𝗃 and 𝗧𝗍𝗘, they heard the screams of the other people. 𝗧𝗍𝗘, what is going on over there? 𝗵𝗃𝗃, maybe some heroes found the hideout. 𝗧𝗍𝗘, no, those are screams of 𝗧𝗍𝗘 did not finish because he and 𝗵𝗃𝗃 were hit by something. They pulled it out seeing what hit them. 𝗧𝗍𝗃, what is this? Where did it come from? 𝗵𝗃𝗃, I don't know, but whatever it is, it's messing with my quirk. 𝗧𝗍𝗃, I can't even use my quirk, what is going on? 𝗧𝗵𝗲, payback, that's what happening. 𝗧𝗍𝗃, 𝗧𝗵𝗲, is that you? Hana, that's what you called me. My name is Hana. 𝗧𝗍𝗃, whatever, 𝗵𝗃𝗃, kill her. 𝗵𝗃𝗃, with P. Karuka just walked behind 𝗵𝗃𝗃 and made a sword out of her hair and stabbed him through the heart. 𝗧𝗍𝗃 was distracted by this, so Hana ran up to him and cut his legs off with the deal blades she had. 𝗧𝗍𝗃, this can't be happening. I worked so hard to get where I am. Hana, all your hard work was taken down by 4 people. Hana stabbed him in the heart and left to meet up with 𝗧𝗏𝗃 and 𝗵𝗃𝗃. They left something saying Night Raid was here. Karuka sent a text to Izuku saying they are done with the wild villains and are ready for the next mission. Izuku sent them to their next villain hideout. 𝗧𝗏𝗃, we are at Volcano Thieves' hideout. Karuka, we will do the same teams, but 𝗧𝗏𝗃 and 𝗵𝗃𝗃, you will go after the leader, and Hana and me will go after everyone else. 𝗧𝗏𝗃, who is Hana? Hana, me, that's my real name. 𝗵𝗃𝗃, I like it. Karuka and Hana went to where the other members were. Karuka started shooting everyone with her hair. Hana brought out a bow and joined Karuka in shooting everyone. When most of them were dead, Karuka made a sword out of her hair, and charging them, Hana put her bow away and brought out a sword and shield and joined Karuka. As Karuka and Hana were having their fun, 𝗧𝗏𝗃 and 𝗵𝗃𝗃 found Volcano and 𝗧𝗏𝗃 listening to the walkie-talkies. We need help, there are 2 intruders and they are slaughtering us, we need Volcano. Let's go help them. 𝗧𝗏𝗃, do you think it's heroes? Volcano, heroes don't slaughter people, they might injure you badly, but that's it. 𝗧𝗏𝗃, I guess you're right. A giant spider. Volcano saw a giant spider and a giant snake. Volcano started attacking giant snake and 𝗧𝗏𝗃 attacked the giant spider, but no matter what they did to the giants, they were never affected. Volcano, why is nothing working? 𝗧𝗏𝗃, I don't know. 𝗧𝗏𝗃, that is because you are weak. 𝗵𝗃𝗃 to 𝗧𝗵𝗃. Volcano, I am not weak. I will. 𝗧𝗏𝗃 filled the room with dust and they could not breath. Volcano mask and 𝗧𝗏𝗃 goggles both broke. 𝗵𝗃𝗃 went up to 𝗧𝗏𝗃 and pulled out her guns and pointed them at him. 𝗧𝗏𝗃 tried to do something, but he was losing consciousness and was shot. 𝗧𝗏𝗃 went up to Volcano and she started making different dust. This dust made Volcano start coughing up blood and bleeding from his eyes. 𝗧𝗏𝗃 was not going to take any chance that he would somehow live, so she stabbed him in the heart. 𝗧𝗏𝗃 and 𝗵𝗃𝗃 meet up with Karuka and Hana, and they did some more missions that night before heading home. Izuku, so how was your night? Karuka, it was good, so how was your phone calls? Izuku, good, some more people will come to my house tomorrow and I heard my mom is going to be back in town. 𝗧𝗏𝗃, your mom is the #1 hero, right? Izuku, yes she is. My mom has been in America for the past 2 years with Nana, so I'm happy I will be able to see them again. 𝗵𝗃𝗃, does your mom know you work with villains? Izuku, of course she knows, I don't hide anything from her. Everyone talked for a little more before Izuku showed them all the rooms they could have. The Night Raid team were all surprised to find out that there was a giant underground base. Izuku told them this is their new home and they might get more people down here in the next couple of days. Izuku while Night Raid were on their mission. What can I do for you in 𝗑𝗧𝗍? Izuku, hey 𝗧𝗃, I'm just calling to tell you someone found out I'm working with villains and is trying to get them killed. 𝗧𝗃, I doubt this man will come to the Meta Liberation Army just to tell someone I'm working with you, but if he does and they do send people to kill me, I have the teleporter belt you gave me. Izuku, I'm going to send one of my stealth ops there just in case. 𝗧𝗃, thank you Izuku, I appreciate everything you do for me. Izuku, stay safe 𝗧𝗃, there is always a place for you here. 𝗧𝗃, I know, have a good night Izuku. Izuku, only 2 more phone calls. 𝗳𝗲𝗧𝗟𝗘, hey Izuku, you called us. Izuku, can you 2 train 𝗂𝗧𝗵𝗃 Kanako and Emerald in martial arts so they don't rely on their quirks? 𝗳𝗲, of course. So when are we going on another date with us? 𝗧𝗵𝗃, it can't be a work date either, it has to be one of our dates. Izuku, sure, and is Eri asleep? 𝗧𝗵𝗃, of course she is, unlike you. She needs sleep. Izuku, I need to make 2 phone calls. I will see you 2 appealing ladies tomorrow. 𝗳𝗲𝗧𝗟𝗘, later Izuku. Hey there in 𝗑𝗧𝗍, do you need anything? Izuku, hey Hina, I'm calling you because someone found out I'm working with villains and is trying to get them killed. I don't want you or Rin to get hurt. Hina, if anyone tries to hurt Rin I will kill them. Do you know who is after us? Izuku, I do not know right now, but when I do I will tell you. Hina, can you invite Rin to study under your creator persona so she can be safe? Izuku, of course, and don't worry about any men talking to her, she will only be studying with girls and I will have stealth ops to protect her. Hina, thank you Izuku, you are the only man I can trust. Izuku, I will protect everyone that works for me and I will protect their loved ones too. Hina, I know. Have a good night Izuku. Izuku, only 1 more call to make. 𝗧𝗏, you are doing a great job Izuku. 𝗧𝗟𝗧, 𝗧𝗏 is right, I don't think anyone but you can be a hero, have a secret villain faction and have the best support gear business and keeping your identity a secret. Lucy, and you did all of this just in a few years. Izuku, it only cost me most of my humanity. 𝗂𝗍𝗵, you are still a very good person Izuku. None of us knew that fusing with so many Tigers would start tuning you into one. Izuku, I know, but becoming one is not that bad. 𝗬𝗏, how so does it not make you sad you are losing your humanity? Izuku, it does not. I found out that in 𝗑𝗧𝗍 will stop me from aging when I turn 21. Ayano, what about your girlfriends, they will still age. Izuku, I will build something or make something to stop them from aging. I will find some way to save them. All the voices, we know you will. Izuku, I still need to make that last phone call. Hello. Izuku, hey Keen, I'm calling you because someone found out I'm working with villains and is trying to get them killed. I also wanted to ask, how is the medicine I have given you? Keen, now I have to look out for other villains, damn it. The medicine you gave me gives me full control of the Queen Bee. I am so thankful for that. Izuku, you are welcome, and if you want you can stay with me. There will be other villains there, but like you they work for me. Keen, sure, I would love to work for you full time. Izuku, I will text you where I live. I will send a stealth ops team to protect you. Keen, thank you Izuku, I can always count on you. Have a good night. Izuku, I'm all done with everything I need to do today. Izuku sat on the couch talking to his voices when his newest team called him telling him everything was done. Izuku brought them back to his house and showed them where they will be living. After that he went back to the couch talking to his voices again when one started talking. Hello there, Izuku. Can we talk? Izuku, what do you want, Tyrant? Tyrant, I heard earlier you are looking for a way to make your mates immortal like you. Izuku, I am WhatIf to you. You always try to take control or corrupt me when we talk, so what do you want? Tyrant, I learned I can't take control or corrupt you no matter what. I want to help you for once, so what do you say? Izuku, I will think about it. Tyrant, I will be waiting for your answer. Izuku, what do you think, Tatsumi, can I trust him? Tatsumi, I think you can trust him. I never heard him talk so normal to someone. Izuku, can you or Bullet ask him what I will need to do? I am asking this because I know you two are the only one beside me that can talk to him. Tatsumi, sure, I will ask. I hope he is nice to us like he is to you. Izuku just sat on the couch talking to the voices until morning. When morning came, Susanoo started making breakfast for everyone. Susanoo, when was the last time you fell asleep? Izuku. Izuku, I will try each. Sorry, what did you say? Susanoo, I was talking to 𝗧𝗵𝗧𝗟𝗘, Sans, Ayano, Lucy, 𝗳𝗂𝗵𝗃 and 𝗂𝗏 on a new trump card idea. Susanoo, I ask when was the last time you took a nap or fell asleep? Izuku, 11 months ago I think. Susanoo, so your month-long nap must be coming up then. Izuku, in a few days all of my copies in every country will come back to me and the heroes and villains working for me will have to fight in a month without the hero in 𝗧𝗏𝗃 like they do every year. Toga, yes, we can sleep together again. Izuku, all of you girls love it when this time comes. Ibra, of course we do. Ever since you found out you don't need sleep like normal people, you are always working. Izuku, sorry about that, I just want to save everyone I can. Jiro, we know, it's just we miss all sleeping together. Izuku, okay, when we go to UA I will start taking naps with you all again. Toga, Jiro, Ibra, sad face thoughts. Only a few months and we get Izuku in bed with us again. Everyone started talking with each other. Momo and Tsuyu came over and started playing with Eri. A little bit later they all meet Kuruka, Kanako, Hana and Emerald. Hana started talking with Tsuyu and Eri. Kuruka and Kanako were talking to Momo. Toga, Jiro and Ibra were talking to Emerald. Tatsumi, hey Izuku, I found out what you need to do. I don't know if you will like it though. Izuku, sad face thoughts, what do I need to do? It can't be that bad. Tatsumi, you need to fuse 2 more Taigu to you. But if you do this, the only human part of you will just be your mind. Izuku, sad face thoughts, will I still have a body or will I just be me in a suit of armor? Tatsumi, I don't care, Tyrant. You can still have a body and it can still do everything a normal body can do, and the best part is you can only be defeated by a Taigu, and since you have them all, you and your mates will be unstoppable. Izuku, sad face thoughts, I will discuss this with them. Tyrant, do what you must, I will be waiting. Izuku, hey Toga, Jiro, Ibra, Momo, Tsuyu, can I talk with you? It's very important. Toga, Jiro, Ibra, Momo, Tsuyu, sure. Izuku teleported them to one of his fallout shelters. Jiro, why are we in a fallout shelter? Is a nuclear war happening? Izuku, no. I may have found a way to make all of you immortal like me. Toga, that's awesome, so what the catch of it? This sounds too good not to have a problem. Izuku told them everything he knew so far and what would happen to him if he does this. Ibra, can you bring Ryuko, Drumi, Nemuri, Tomoko, 𝗧𝗵𝗃 and Shino and you over so all your girlfriends may discuss this together? Izuku, of course. Izuku turned into his 𝗵𝗃𝗃 persona and teleported to Ryuko. When he got there he saw her stopping a bank robbery. When the villains saw that the number 3 hero, they were scared, and now they see the hero 𝗵𝗃𝗃, they just give up and surrender. Ryuko flew up to Izuku to see what was wrong. Ryuko, can I help you 𝗵𝗃𝗃? Izuku, sad face whispering, I need to send you to one of my bases. It's super important. Ryuko nodded and was teleported away from the scene. Izuku told the civilians that something important had happened that needed Ryukyu. Before anyone could ask anything, Izuku teleported away. Izuku teleported to where Rumi was. When he did, he saw her stopping villains and saving people at the same time. Izuku started helping her save the people so Rumi could defeat the villains. When everything was over, Mirko waked over to him. Rumi, what can I do for you 𝗵𝗃𝗃? Izuku, sad face whispering, I need to send you to one of my bases. It's super important. Like what Ryuko did. Rumi guessed, nodded and was teleported away from the scene. Izuku told the people the same thing, and like last time he left before anyone could ask anything. Izuku did the same thing for Nemuri and the wild pussycats. When they were all there they looked at him. Izuku told them everything. Nemuri, so if you do this you will become a living Taigu but can still do everything a human can do. How will you be able to make us immortal like you? Izuku, I never ask him that. Give me a 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃. Izuku, sad face thoughts, hey Tyrant, how will I be able to make them immortal if I do this? Tyrant, there will be 2 ways you can do it. The first and the one I recommend is having SEC with them. If you do it this way I can turn them into Taigu like you. Everything you can do they will be able to do, and same goes for them, so you will get their quirk. Izuku, sad face thoughts, how does that work? Tyrant, fanfic logic. Izuku, sad face thoughts, what are you talking about? Tyrant, never mind, I just can do it okay. Izuku sad face thoughts, what's the 2st opposition? Tyrant, they just have to drink 1 pint of your 𝗧𝗵𝗲 and they will be immortal but will stay human. Izuku sad face thoughts, this still does not make any sense. Tyrant, fanfic logic. Izuku sad face thoughts, what does that mean? Tyrant never answered him. Izuku told all of his girlfriends how it will work. Namuri, Tsuchikawa and Toga all screamed they were doing the first option. The rest of his girlfriends all had red faces while nodding in agreement. Izuku, so if I do this you are all okay being tuning into living Tigus? Toga, yes we are, but you must talk to your mom fist also. Izuku, maybe I don't tell her about this. It will be my one secret from her. 𝗵𝗃𝗲, that's a funny joke Izuku. Izuku sad face thoughts, how did they get in without me not knowing? Sarah's, I brought them here. They were at the house and this is something they need to know about. Death, why are you so scared of? Your mom, you have the power to destroy the world in a few months. Izuku sad face thoughts, she will find a way to stop me. I just know it. Izuku sad face nervous, of course it was a joke mom. I would never keep secrets from you. Inko, that's what I thought, so what are you going to tell me that we are in one of your fallout shelters? Izuku told his mom and Nana everything that he told his girlfriends. Inko told him no matter what he will do she will support him. Izuku just ran up to her hugging her saying you're the best mom or thank you for everything. Izuku teleported them all back home. Elsewhere, what can I do for you if? Oh, I'm a little busy trying to find new pawns right now. One of 𝗵𝗃𝗲 people killed all but 6 of my members. Oh, I want us to work together 𝗧𝗵𝗲. I have found out that 𝗵𝗃𝗲 has villain friends in a lot of villain groups, but if I tell the boss of the group he and all of his men will be dead in the morning. The only one that is still alive is 9 and his crew. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, are any of my members working for him? Oh, I don't think any of them are. I only found out a few of them but I know there are more out there. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, do you have any other villain bosses working for you? Oh, no, they are too scared right now because 15 small villain groups, 5 medium villain groups and 1 large villain group died in one night because of me. I did recruit a very strong person to my group and with some of my experiments we should be safe if 𝗵𝗃𝗲 find us. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, I will join you only because having a powerful friend right now will be good. What the villain you recruited? Oh, his name is Julian Chase but he likes to be called Nemesis and he is back at one of my hideouts right now. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, where is the hideout so I can bring the last of my members there? Elsewhere, Toshinori, I did it. I made a device to get your power back to its fullest. Yagi, that's great David. Do I go get it or are you going to send it to me? David, you need to get it from me because nobody knows I made this. The last time I made this it was taken from me. Yagi, I will be over there when I can. I only have 1 hour of hero time left. David, it's that bad. Yagi, yes it is. Enough about that, how is Melissa doing? David, she's doing okay I think. Yagi, what do you mean you think? David, all of my free time I was working on the device so I haven't spent time with her in a while. Yagi, if she knew what was going on she would understand. With Izuku was in his room with Toga, Jiro, Iber, Ryuko and Rumi. Izuku, what did you 5 want to talk about? Jiro, we wanted to talk about what will happen if you get more girls. Izuku, I don't think that will happen. Toga, we know you are lying. Rumi, we all know you like 𝗃𝗃𝗁𝗃, Hannah and Emerald. I'm putting them in the HRM because I have plans for them. Izuku, what are you talking about? Ryuko, you have 5 journals on them and 2 of them is just what you like about them. Izuku, where did you find those? I hid them. Ibra, you gave them to your mom to hide them and she gave them to us a day later. Izuku sad face thoughts, why you do this to me mom? Izuku, so what is the rule if a girls wants to join? Toga, Jiro, Iber, Ryuko, Rumi, we must all agree if they can join. On that note 𝗃𝗃𝗁𝗃, Hannah and Emerald can join. While they were taking, Eri was listening and was happy she was getting more mommies. Eri ran to 𝗃𝗃 who was talking with the rest of Night Raid and hugged her telling them they are new mommies. Months later, in 10 months, AFO has found more people to help Shigaraki when the time comes. The people AFO recruited was someone called Death Gun. He has a skeletal mask with black goggles containing red lenses, along with a dark gray tattered optical camouflage mantle and grungy, faded boots. His quirk lets him bring out a Type 54 black star, Accuracy International L115A3 and a sword made from unknown metal. The drawback is when he summons his weapons he can't breathe for 3 minutes and can't see for 5 minutes. When this happens his skeletal mask will activate, letting him see in infrared and letting him breathe until he can do it himself again. 𝗳𝗲𝗍 also founded a person called Caustic and a person called Viper. Caustic quirk lets him send out toxic gas. He is not immune to his gas, so he wears a gas mask. Viper quirk lets her have an array of poisonous chemicals to use. Viper has to know what the poisonous chemicals can do to make them work. She wears a respirator just for looks. In 10 months 𝗬𝗨 has found more pawns for her to use when the time comes. The best new pawn is 𝗵𝗃𝗃. He is a leader of a medium-sized villain group. His quirk lets him receive energy from attacks to his sword, storing it and sending it back outward. It is powerful enough to destroy armored vehicles with ease. She has also founded 2 mute people. One is an armored man and a girl with appropriate trio of colors in her hair and on her outfit. 𝗬𝗨 does not know anything about them. She found them in a destroyed building with over 30 dead cops in there. 𝗬𝗨 recruited them. At first they did not want to join, but after some negotiation they joined. 𝗬𝗨 regrets it because the girl makes the other members annoyed, and if they try to do anything to her the man will protect her, and even with all 6 of them they can't defeat him. That's the only reason she keeps them. In 10 months 𝗷𝗵𝗃 got the device from David. 𝗷𝗵𝗃 can stay in his hero form for 10 hours now. He tried to be the #1 hero and be the symbol of peace again and show the people they don't need the villain in 𝗬𝗪𝗀 to protect them, but true heroes can protect them. But even with more hero time and being stronger than before he still can't beat any of the top 4 heroes. He got a job at UA because he found out his 𝗵𝗃𝗀 is working there this year and he will win her back. Of the 10 months Izuku was just asleep. Every day one of his girlfriends would sleep with him, but when Izuku woke up all of his girlfriends were in bed with him. He just laid there until they woke up. Nothing really happened for Izuku. The next 8 months crime was down, but he found out that was because a lot of villain groups were recruiting people. The last month was interesting for Izuku. His night raid team, like the rest of the girlfriends, have become very protective of Eri to the point where they will fight each other to see who gets to take Eri out to play or get her favorite snack candy apples. Izuku had to call Angela and Ludwig to heal them when it got out of hand. Eri loved it when her mamas would fight each other, but to her she thinks they are just playing. Angela would not let Ludwig get anywhere near Eri because she knows what he has done, because she has seen him in the devil's office when she goes to hell to talk to the devil. With 𝗬𝗨 and 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃, you have founded some interesting people. 𝗬𝗨, the mutes are the best members but are also the most annoying ones too. I would have killed them but they are too powerful to lose. 𝗵𝗃𝗃, what do you know about them? 𝗬𝗨, nothing. When I found them there were 30 dead cops with them, but one of my members did some research and found out they were not cops but assassins from the government, all high-ranking too. What about you? Any interesting people? 𝗵𝗃𝗃, the one that calls himself Death Gun, has over 100 hero kills, 69 sidekicks kills, and has stolen goods from my island. He is the best one I recruited. Nemesis is the 2 best. He has 55 hero kills, 85 sidekicks kills. The other 2 have some hero kills but not anywhere near the kills of Death Gun and Nemesis. 𝗬𝗨 and 𝗵𝗃𝗃 were talking about what their members can do and plans for the future. As they were talking the members were talking with each other. Caustic, does that armored man and the girl ever stop messing around? Cinder/talk, no they don't. Viper, working with them will be interesting to say the least. Adam, I hope me and my group won't have to work with them. Hazel, you might have to. The plus side, if you do they might be as strong as All Might. Ice Cream Girl, asterisk, hey Meta, did you tell Izuku what's going on? Asterisk Meta. Asterisk, of course I have Neo. Izuku told us to just play along and report everything to him or his girlfriends. Asterisk Neo. Asterisk, I'm going to mess with that scorpion guy and that guy called Adam. Asterisk Neo made an illusion of Death Gun having 2 guns aimed at Tyrion and Adam heads. Tyrion sent his scorpion stinger at the illusion, breaking it and hitting Adam in the stomach. Adam attacked with his sword at the illusion, breaking it, slashing Tyrion's chest. Adam fell to the ground holding his stomach, and Tyrion was on the ground putting his hands on his chest. Neo was on the ground holding her stomach, mute, laughing at this. 𝗳𝗏𝗏 saw this and started laughing at this, with Nemesis also glitch laughing at it. Salem, this is going to be a long day. Cinder, 𝗬𝗏𝗏 started to attach Neo, but Meta and 𝗳𝗏𝗏 attacked them to protect the Ice Cream Queen. Oh, yes it is. With 𝗧𝗵𝗲, today is the day of the UA entrance exam. Are you ready? Katsuki, DMN right, I'm ready. I'm going to get the highest score. Shoto, I will be watching you from the observation room with the other recommendations people. Katsuki, tell us if you see anyone who thinks they are better than us. Izumi, tell us what their quirks can do. Shoto, will do. With Izuku, are you girls ready for today? 𝗳𝗏𝗧𝗟𝗘, DMN right, we are. What about you? Izuku, of course I'm ready. I have taken on real villains. Inko, Izuku Nizu called telling me if you can not go in your creator persona armor. Izuku, sure. Jiro, what are you going to wear now? Izuku, you will see. Izuku teleported away, then returned in one of his villain suits he likes. Ibra, you're wearing your villain leader suit. Toga, well, the only people that know what that suit means are super high-ranking people or dead people, so he is all good. Jiro, are you going to change your hair color? I love your green hair, but there might be a chance that someone will recognize you. Izuku, I'm keeping it green. I doubt anyone will know who I am. Eri, can I go and watch you Papa? Izuku, of course you can, you will be with Grandma. Eri, After some time they all left to UA. When they got there they saw Momo and Tsuyu. They walked with us and we saw a girl tripped over nothing. Before she hit the ground, Izuku teleported next to her, grabbing her bag and putting her back on her feet. Izuku, it's bad luck if you fall, right? Thank you for catching me. Izuku, you're welcome, now let's go in. Izuku went back with his girlfriends. Momo and Tsuyu went to where the other recommendations were. Inko gave Tsuyu a recommendation. 𝗳𝗏𝗧𝗟𝗘 and Izuku went to where the other people were. Present Mike told us where we need to take the written test. Izuku and his girlfriends were done in 5 minutes. The other people thought they just failed because of how fast they finished the test. Izuku and his girlfriends waited for the other people to finish and sit down. Present Mike started talking about the exam and the 3 different types of robots when a blue hair boy started saying something. Blue hair, sir, here it says that there are 4 types of villains, but you only spoke 3 of them. If this is a typo, then this is very unbecoming of UA and you. Points at Izuku, you look like you don't care about any of this. If you don't care, then please leave so someone who does care about this exam can stay. Izuku, if you let Present Mike finish talking, he would have told you that there is a 4th robot, but it's worth 0 points, and just avoid it, and the reason I don't care is I have the power to destroy a city in a few seconds. Some people just laughed at that, thinking he was all full of himself. Others just did not believe him. There were some who were scared of him, thinking he can do that. While all this was happening, Present Mike was talking to Nizu, and what he heard from Nizu scared him. Present Mike, can all of you quiet down? I was taking with the principal and he told me to tell the green hair contestant to go to beta ground B. Izuku just teleported there. All of the other contestants were watching from a giant screen. Izuku saw the doors open an inch and Izuku froze the door and the fake city in a second. All the contestants were shocked that he did this, but the screen changed showing the other fake city and they were all destroyed too. All the contestants were now super scared of him now. Present Mike, well, seeing how all the fake cities are destroyed, we will need to reschedule the entrance exam. Izuku, no you don't. Izuku sad face thoughts. Trump card City of Death. Trump card City of Death. Cross Tail, 𝗧𝗵𝗧𝗟 and Demons Extract combine to make a ice city with hidden wires ever were to trap or kill anyone who walks into them. The city has many puppets from 𝗧𝗵𝗧𝗟 hidden in the city. Izuku did not want to kill any kids, so he did not combine Cross Tail in it and only brought out weak puppets. With Izumi, how strong is that kid and why does looking at him make me so mad? Katsuki, I don't care how strong he is, we can beat him. He's only an extra. Izumi, that may be true, but why does it feel like I know him? With a white hair girl, white hair. That ice quirk is so strong. Itsuka, he has more than one quirk from what I can see. White hair, you are right, one city is nothing but ash, the other is just destroyed, and the last one looks like it was just erased from existence. Itsuka, if we pass, I hope he's in the same class. So what's your same? Weiss, I am 𝗬𝗂𝗧𝗔𝗂𝗏. 𝗧𝗑𝗧, it's nice to meet you. I hope you pass. Weiss, you. 𝗧𝗂𝗧, sorry, my name is 𝗧𝗬𝗂𝗁𝗃. Observation room M. That kid has a very powerful quirk. 𝗵𝗃𝗏, was that 2% of his power green tornado? 𝗵𝗃𝗄, no, that was only 1%, he has gotten stronger. AM. Impossible, there is no way that was only 1%. I agree with All Might, there is no way that was 1%. 𝗵𝗃𝗏, Mirio, trust us when we tell you he was only using 1%. AM. Do you know that person? 𝗵𝗃𝗄, of course we know him. We offered him a recommendation but he said no to it. Mirio, you never answer the question. 𝗵𝗎𝗄, he is the creator. He is the most dangerous person alive, so be happy he is going to be a hero and not a villain. AM. Why are you letting him into the school? He gives weapons to the villain 𝗵𝗃𝗃. 𝗵𝗃𝗄, 𝗵𝗃𝗃 is not a villain and he has given many heroes weapons or made them suits to help them and their quirks. AM. 𝗵𝗃𝗃 does not have a hero license, so he is breaking the law. Do any of you even know the creator real name? All the staff. Yes, we do. AM. You know who he is and haven't told anyone. As All Might was arguing with the staff of UA. Mirio tried backing All Might up because Sir Night-Eye did not like 𝗵𝗃𝗃, but 𝗵𝗃𝗏 was with the UA staff and Tamaki was hiding behind a chair in the fetal position. Eri was with him patting his head. With the 𝗧𝗱𝗱, better not get on his bad side, but why do I have the feeling I already am? Izuku made new cities for the other contestants. All Might was knocked out by 𝗵𝗃𝗏 quirk. 𝗵𝗃𝗏 knocked out Mirio. Tamaki was still in the fetal position. Eri was still patting his head. Later that day with 𝗳𝗲𝗍𝗍, Deathgun, did you see anything interesting at the UA entrance exam? Deathgun, no. 𝗬𝗏𝗍, do you have any info on any kids that were there? Deathgun, no. Nemesis, 𝗳𝗍𝗍𝗪𝗍𝗪𝗍𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 fake cities in a second. It was so cool. 𝗧𝗲𝗍, why did you not tell me about this kid? 𝗧𝗏𝗏, I forgot until now. 𝗧𝗨𝗱, I got some good news for us. 𝗧𝗲𝗍𝗧, did you find new people or get other villain groups to join? 𝗧𝗨𝗱, yes I did, and the best part is she and her 4 other members have a secret army. 𝗧𝗲𝗍, who is this person and her members? 𝗧𝗨𝗱, her name is, my name is Black Knight and I would like to know what we will be doing if I join. 𝗧𝗲𝗍, we will work together to take down the hero 𝗵𝘃𝗁𝗃 and a kid that has a very powerful quirk. Black Knight, it's a shame that 𝗵𝘃𝗁𝗃 is a hero, he would have been a great villain. And what kid? 𝗧𝗲𝗍, 𝗃𝗏𝗏, do you have a video of the kid you were talking about? 𝗃𝗏𝗏, yes I do. 𝗃𝗏𝗏 put the video on all around the hideout so everyone can see it. When they got to the part where Izuku destroyed everything, Black Knight agreed to join them because if 𝗵𝘃𝗁𝗃 and this kid work together they will not stand a chance. As the video was still going on, they saw other people that caught their eyes was a girl with purple hair, a girl with vines for hair, and a girl with 2 messy buns. As Black Knight and 𝗧𝗨𝗱 were talking, 𝗃𝗏𝗏 was still thinking about the green-haired boy with 2 pictures in his hand. 𝗧𝗲𝗏, thoughts? Izuku, you're alive. 𝗧𝗲𝗏, sad face thoughts. This will make things more complicated if this is Izuku. I need to make sure this kid is him. 𝗧𝗏𝗏, 𝗃𝗏𝗏, find out everything you can about the green hair boy, the girl with purple hair, the girl with vines for hair, and the girl with 2 messy buns. They are the most dangerous ones I saw. Black Knight, what about the girl with yellow hair that was shooting webs or something from her hands, the boy with ash blonde hair that was making explosions with his hands, and the boy with white and red hair, he has a ice and fire quirk we read about? 𝗧𝗏𝗏, those 3 were a little interesting, but what I saw from them, they rely too much on their quirk, but the 3 girls used their quirk but did not rely on them and scored the highs out of everyone. The boy is a whole nother story by himself. 𝗧𝗨𝗱, I agree with 𝗧𝗲𝗏, we need to know about those 3 girls and the boy. 𝗃𝗏𝗏, I will see what I can find out about them. Can I bring Nemesis or Neo with me? 𝗧𝗨𝗱, who is Neo? 𝗃𝗏𝗏, the mute girl, her name is Neo. 𝗧𝗨𝗱, how do you know this? 𝗃𝗏𝗏, I talked to her and the meta, they are pretty cool when you get to know them. 𝗧𝗏𝗏, you can't take anyone, you will do this solo. 𝗧𝗨𝗱, how did you talk to them? They are mute. 𝗃𝗏𝗏, Okay, I will do it by myself, and to answer your question, 𝗬𝗲, I know sign language and Neo has a notebook to write in. AFO, Black Knight, can you send some men to the 𝗵𝗃 Liberation Army and see if they will join us, and if they say no, you know what to do. Black Knight, sure. As they were talking, 𝗵𝗃 was listening to everything they were saying from the corner with his active camouflage active so they would not see him. Neo was getting information on everyone in the League of Villains, 𝗬𝗲's Inner Circle and Black Knight Consortium Group. ***, find anything on the leaders or their members. **Neo. Nothing on the leaders, but I have all of their members' quirks and their backgrounds on them. What about you? **𝗵𝗃. They sent 𝗳𝗏𝗏 to get information on Izuku and his girlfriends. They also sent some men to talk to the 𝗵𝗃 Liberation Army to see if they will join them. **Neo. I hope Izuku doesn't kill him, he is a fun guy. **𝗵𝗃. I will tell him that maybe he will let him live. A few days later, Izuku, this will not do at all. Ibra, what are you looking at? Izuku, the class we will be put in. They have Katsuki Izumi and Shoto in the same class as me and have you and Toga in another class. Ibra, what are you going to do? Izuku, I'm gonna change them, of course. There is no way I'm staying in a class with my childhood bullies. After 5 minutes, Izuku changed his class to his liking. Class 1A will be Izuku, Toga, Ibra, Momo, 𝗬𝗵𝗲, Achiko, Toru, Kendoyi, Kinoko, Pony, Setsuna, Reiko, Ojiro, Shoji, 𝗃𝗏𝗄𝗎, Ijiro, 𝗧𝗜𝗧𝗟𝗘, Weiss. Ibra, do you know who the teacher will be? Izuku, Shota Aizawa, his hero name is Eraserhead, but you know that already. Ibra, we know everyone's name at UA and their hero names. Have you heard anything from Kazuki, Neo, or Main? Izuku, Kazuki told me that the 𝗵𝗃 Liberation Army will join the League of Villains. Kazuki is gonna leave them and join us. Main likes to be called 𝗵𝗃 when he is undercover. He told me they sent 𝗃𝗃𝗁𝗃, or as he is known now as 𝗳𝗏𝗏, to get information on me, Toga, and Jiro. Neo sent me all of their information, but she can't get anything on AFO and 𝗬𝗲. She got a little info on Black Knight, but that's it. Ibra, have you killed 𝗳𝗏𝗏? Izuku, I was, but Main told me that Neo does not want me to kill him. I asked why, he told me to ask her when I did. She told me he was a fun guy, so I let him live. Ibra, I don't get Neo sometimes. Izuku, ever since her father's finger 𝗵𝗃 died by Endeavor. Neo never has been the same, but with me and Main she is happy, and if she finds someone she likes I will let them live. Ibra, do you like her? Izuku, Neo is like an older sister to me, and her and Main are dating. Ibra, since when were those two dating, and why do you see her as an older sister? Izuku, well, the thing is, I met her when I was 5 years old. She was my first true friend I had. I learned sign language from her and Roman, but a month after I was dead on paper, Endeavor killed Roman and injured Neo very badly. Endeavor was going to finish her off when Main attacked him, knocking him out and bringing her to me. Ever since then she never treated me differently, she was a little more protective of me. After a few years she and Main started dating. Ibra, how did I not know any of this? I have known Neo and Main for so long. With AFO, 𝗳𝗏𝗏, have you found anything on the kids? 𝗳𝗏𝗏, I can't find anything about any of the kids. It's like they don't exist. AFO, that's a shame. Try to get information on the 3 other kids we were talking about. 𝗳𝗏𝗏, will do. 𝗬𝗲, this is troublesome. We have no information on the most promising people. AFO, we will think of a plan when the time comes. Has Neo found the background of all the new hero classes and the others ones? 𝗬𝗲𝗏, yes and no, she just got all of the information of Class 1B a few minutes ago. I asked her about the other classes, but she told me she could not hack into anything else. She told me it was like they did not care about Class 1B. She is still trying, but no luck so far. AFO, this is so troublesome. We have no information on anything but one class. Has Black Knight come back from the 𝗵𝗃 Liberation Army? 𝗬𝗏𝗏, she told me she was staying there for a few more days getting everything ready. AFO, if Neo can't hack into UA by the time the school starts, we will need to get the information from the school itself. There will be many risks if we do that though. 𝗬𝗏𝗏, I know. I'm going to try to get the Yakuza to join us. They most likely will not, but there is a small chance they will. AFO, I will get 9 and his crew to join us. I was going to use him later, but looks like we need him now. Few days later, 𝗵𝗃𝗍, have you found anything on the new targets? 𝗵𝗃𝗍, you know most all already from Neo hacking their profile. 𝗵𝗃𝗍, yes we do. We have all their medical and school records, but we don't know how their families are. 𝗵𝗃𝗁, 𝗳𝗏𝗃 explosion family members 𝗵𝗃𝗃 and 𝗵𝗃𝗃. He is a crude, arrogant, short-tempered, and aggressive person who thinks he is the best of the best. The only problem with him is someone protecting his parents their whole house, but his room has a secretary tougher than what Tartarus and Island have. 𝗵𝗃𝗍, what do you mean? 𝗵𝗃𝗁, I could only enter 𝗳𝗏𝗃 room, that's it, no matter what I did I could not enter his house to look around. 𝗵𝗃𝗍, that's strange and troublesome, so what about the other targets? 𝗵𝗃𝗁, 𝗧𝗠𝗱 Todoroki's son of the number 6 hero 𝗵𝗍𝗏. He has 4 siblings, 𝗧𝗏, 𝗵𝗃𝗏, 𝗪𝗏𝗧, and 𝗳𝗏. After looking through their house I found out they think that 𝗳𝗏 died and 𝗧𝗏, 𝗵𝗃𝗏, and 𝗪𝗏𝗧 ran away from their house. You know about his quirk already from Neo. 𝗵𝗃𝗍, do you know where his siblings are and what about his mother? 𝗵𝗃𝗁, I have no idea where his siblings went and I could not find anything about his mom. It was like someone is protecting her from being founded, even 𝗵𝗍𝗏 doesn't know where she is anymore. 𝗵𝗃𝗍, what have you found out about the last one? 𝗵𝗃𝗁, 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗏, daughter of the number 5 hero All Might. She is like that Katsuki kid, crude, arrogant, short-tempered, and aggressive person who thinks she is the best of the best. After looking through her house I found out she is friends with the 2 other kids. I could not find anything on her mom, but after looking in her room I found her diary. She, like both of the other kids, doesn't know if that will be helpful to you. Will. Anything else about her? 𝗵𝗃𝗁, after I finished reading her diary I can tell you she and the other 2 are more like villains than heroes. She had a quirkless brother named Izuku Midoriya. They all torture him until one day he saved some kids from them. What I read, even though this kid was quirkless he kicked there, but she surprised him and they killed him. When it said they killed him she had so many happy faces next to that sentence, and below that it said that day was the best day ever for her and her friends. 𝗵𝗃𝗍, thank you for telling me this. This will be very useful information. Thoughts? So these 3 kids were the one to kill my son, but they failed. I was going to try and recruit them, but now they are as good as dead. 𝗵𝗃𝗍 told 𝗬𝗨 and Black Knight what he found out about the 3 kids. They were happy if they could make these 3 kids villains, but 𝗵𝗃𝗍 told them many ways that would be a bad thing. After some time both 𝗬𝗨 and Black Knight both agreed to just kill them when the time comes. With Izuku was with his night raid team and other friends when his mom broke down the door. Izuku, it's here. The letter from you is here. Izuku sad face thoughts, how did she break the door down? That door was made from vibranium and adamantium. Izuku, Mom, I already know I got in and what class I'm in. Open it or I tell everyone in here your most embarrassing moment and your baby pictures. Izuku, okay, why night raid? Kazuki, Hina and Keen were holding him back so they could hear the stories and see the pictures. When Izuku got free he went to get the letter from his mom, but it was gone, so he looked around and saw Rin opening it and a small disc fall out of it. Inko was smiling because she was the one to do Izuku results. She also put in how proud she was of Izuku, but when the hologram was up her smile turned to a frown. Her ring went from blue to red because instead of her it was All Might. I'm here to tell you your results. You have failed both of the exams. Don't ever try. And Izuku was going to destroy the disc, but before he could a red gravity hammer hit it, destroying it and the table. Izuku turned around seeing his mom in her rage. Inko, I'm going to kill him the next time I see him. Izuku, as much as I would love that you can't. Inko, why not? Nobody will miss him and then I will go after Izumi and her friends and then Izuku, Mom, calm down, this is not you. You're letting your rage control you. Inko, I'm trying. Izuku saw his mom trying but failing, so he put his hand out making the ring fly off of her finger to his. Inko was going to fall but Kiruka and Kanako caught her. Izuku was going to help his mom when he saw the ring change clothes. He knew all, but there were 2 new ones, pink and purple. He kept looking at it change colors until it stopped on red. He started to glow red, but unlike his mom he can control his rage. Well, that's what he thought. Izuku, mom, are you? Oh, Izuku was getting consumed by the rage like his mom was. He tried to stop it, but like his mom, he hates All Might Katsuki Izumi and Shoto, and seeing All Might trying to make him think he failed filled him with rage. He was trying to control it when his 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗍 armor showed up and a flash happened and he was fine. Izuku, are you okay? What happened? Izuku, I'm okay. The rage was consuming me, so I summoned my 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗍 armor to see if that will help. It fused me with the ring. Now I only need to fuse with one more Taigu to be a living one. I'm so sorry you had to do that because of me. Izuku, it's okay mom, I lost control like you did. I thought I could control my rage and 𝗟𝗏. You can have your rings back. Gives 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗍 9 different color rings. Why is there a pink and purple one and why are there 9 instead of the one? Izuku, I don't know where pink and purple came from, but pink means love and purple means compassion. There are 9 of them because when the ring fused with me it became a part of me, but I can make the rings now, but they will only be one color now with the 𝗏𝗏 of the color. You have 9 because they all accept you. They all do the same thing, so you only need one of them, but if you want you can have all 9 of them on you. Are there any downsides of these one, or are they just as powerful as the one I had? Izuku, the only downside is they don't have unlimited power. You can charge them by saying an oath. Each ring has their own oath. Do you know the oaths? Izuku, yes I do. They are. Too lazy to put all the lanterns oaths. Thank you Izuku, and I'm sorry you had to do this for me. Izuku, I told you it's okay mom. If anyone needs me I will be training with this new Taigu until I need to go to the UA. Izuku and his girlfriend were getting ready for the first day of school. When they were ready wished them all good luck. As they were leaving Eri ran up to them with her very own backpack. Was going to get her, but Izuku told her he talked to Nizu about it and he agreed he can bring her. Toga, how are we going to school? Jiro, we can just go in our supercars. Ibra, we must go on one of our helicopters. Izuku, we are going in a pelican. Toga, Jiro, Ibra, what? Izuku just smiled, hitting a button on his suit. The ground opened up and showed a plane with chain guns on it and rockets mounted under its wings. Behind the pelican there were cars all with different weapons on the back of them. Jiro, when did you make all of these? Izuku, when I was practicing with the power ring. I found out if I combine it with other Taigu I can make it. The basement is full of weapons and vehicles I made, so when school's over you can all look down there. Toga, I want to see all the bladed weapons you have. Ibra, how many weapons of mass destruction do you have down there? Izuku just smiled and boarded the pelican with Eri next to him, then starting it up. Ibra just sided and boarded the pelican. Toga and Jiro followed her. As they were flying Eri was looking out the window. As they got to you Izuku picked up Eri and jumped out of the pelican. Toga, Jiro and Ibra jumped out after them. Eri was pretending she was flying while Izuku was on his phone. Ibra was reading a book. Toga and Jiro were playing rock, paper, scissors. Izuku made a green bubble so they can land safely. As they entered the school they left a lot of stunned students. It did not take them long to find 1A because they were here so many times. Eri, the door is so big. It's bigger than you, Dad. Izuku, well there are people with quirk that make them taller. Eri, but you don't have a quirk and you're a giant. Izuku, I'm only 7 feet 9 inches. Jiro, that's taller than most people will ever be. Izuku, let's just get inside. When they entered they found out they were the only people in there. Izuku got a window set so Eri can see outside. Jiro sat next to him. Toga was behind him and Ibra was in front of him. After a few minutes more people came in. When the class was full everyone was talking with each other. All the girls were looking at Izuku playing with Eri. As Eri was playing with her dad when she grabbed a ball and threw it at a dark corner. A tired-looking man in a yellow sleeping bag caught the ball. Everyone except Izuku and his girlfriends were shocked seeing someone there. Shota, hello everyone, I'm your homeroom teacher Shota Aizawa. Class, sad face thoughts. He is her teacher. Shota, Izuku, I see you have been training her. Only you and your girlfriend notes me right away. It took Eri 2 minutes to notice me. Izuku, will she want to be like me when she grows up, so I and everyone I know will help her out whenever they can. Eri, sad face, I thought I sensed him right away. Izuku, It's okay, Eri, at least you knew he was in the room when all the big kids did not even know he was in the room. Eri sad face happy, you are right, I'm the best. Showed a fact caught to get everyone's attention. When everyone looked at him, he brought out gym uniforms from his spelling bag and told everyone to put them on and to meet him outside. Everyone got up and went to the changing room. With All Might was sitting in the teacher's lounge reading the staff directory and looking at all the students' files. He was mad that the creator still came to the school, and he was even more mad when he looked at his file and it was all redacted. He looked at Togajiro and Ibra files and they were mostly redacted. Why are these 4 pieces of information hidden? I will need to talk to 𝗍𝗬 about this later. In the girls' changing room, Kendo. Hey Weiss, can you believe we got the strongest person in our class? Weiss, I am happy we did, and do you think it's strange that the class is mostly girls? Kendo, I do find it strange, but I'm not complaining. Mina, hey Toru, what do you think of the few boys that are in our class? Toru, they all look good, but I want to see the green hair boy face. The gas mask and eye patch make him look super cool, but I want to know if he has a cute or handsome face. Mina, true, and I wonder why he has a cute little girl with him. Tsuyu, the little girl is his daughter. Mina/Toru, what? How does he have a daughter already? What, don't go? Momo and Tsuyu just walked out of the changing room. Mina and Toru finished changing and ran after them to get answers. The rest of the girls finished changing and followed them because they wanted to know the answer also. In the boys' changing room, Kirishima, hey, does anyone think it's weird that the class is mostly girls? Tetsu, I do find it a little weird, but I don't mind it. What I want to know is, why does the green hair kid have a little girl with him, and where is he? Ojiro, maybe it's his little sister and I didn't even see him enter the changing room. Shoji, we should probably go outside. We don't want to keep the teacher waiting. All the boys left the changing room. When they got outside, they saw all the girls asking the green hair kid questions. They also saw their teacher asleep on the floor with headphones on him. The little girl was putting cat stickers on his sleeping bag. When they finally got to the rest of the class, the green-haired kid went up to the teacher, taping his shoulder to wake him up. Most of the class was confused why they were in P&E field instead of going to the auditorium for the orientation. Shota, it's about time you all got here. I know that this is sudden, but you are all going to have a quirk assessment test. Tsuyu covered Eri ears when the class shouted. The class was confused, then Ochako raised her hand. Ochako, what about the entrance ceremony? The orientation? Shota, you are all trying to be heroes, you don't have time for such leisurely events. Shota was going to say more, but he saw Izuku looking behind him, so he looked back and saw the staff and some heroes standing there. It was Shota's time to be confused. He did not know why they were all here and not at the orientation, so he walked up to 𝗍𝗬. Shota, what are all of you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be at the orientation? 𝗍𝗬, I moved that to tomorrow. We all wanted to see Izuku in action, even if he does not try at all. Izuku sad face thoughts. I knew I forgot to tell them something. It was only a matter of time before they found out who I am. All the classes were watching from their classrooms to see what Izuku could do. Most of the upper-class men were paying close attention to him. Class 1B all thought he was nothing special. Izuku used his spectator eye to read Katsuki, Izumi, Shoto, and Toshinori minds. They all had different ideas. 𝗵/Shoto sad face thoughts. Why does that name sound so familiar? Katsuki sad face thoughts. Izuku is a pathetic name. I will defeat him. Nobody is stronger than me, Izumi and Shoto. Izumi sad face thoughts. This kid has the same name as my dead brother. I will make him my friend and do what I did to my brother to him. Izuku sad face thoughts. I am going to make them suffer so much. Shota, now that everything is cleared up, we will be doing the quirk assessment test. You should have done these tests in junior high. They all nodded. Izuku. Shota brought out a phone from his pocket. Shota, physical fitness test where you weren't allowed to use your quirks. The country still uses averages taken from results from students not using their quirks. It's not rational. Well, the Ministry of Education is procrastinating. Shota looked at Izuku while he was playing with Eri, not paying attention to him. Shota, Izuku, you finished at the top for both of the exams, right? Izuku, yes I did. Shota, in junior high what was your best result for the softball throw? Izuku, I never went to junior high. The last time I was at school I was 7-year-old I think. 𝗧𝗪, we'll just throw the ball then and use your powers. The only rule is don't leave the spot. Izuku nodded and put his hand on the ground and everything got a black outline. Everyone was very confused. Izuku went to where he was supposed to go and only flicked the ball. When he flicked it, an explosion happened that engulfed the entire school. Izuku was confused because he didn't even use any of his power. He looked up and saw the ball destroyed part of the moon. Izuku sad-faced thoughts, how did I do that? I didn't even use any of my Taigu. Is death. You use 3% of all the Taigu you have fused with you. Izuku sad-faced thoughts, I did whatever. Now I need to find a way to fix the moon. Do any of you have any ideas? 𝗧𝗪, well, seeing how is death froze time so none of the destroyed moon is falling to the earth, you can just use the darkness of space to move them back and freeze all the pieces together. Izuku sad-faced thoughts, that's a great idea 𝗧𝗪. Izuku fixed the moon and unfroze time. He turned around and saw everyone looked at him with amazement and fear. Class 1A were all looking at him in amazement. Class 1B were looking at him with fear. Most of the heroes were looking at him in amazement, other heroes looked at him with fear. Unbeknownst to everyone except Izuku and his girlfriends, even Eri knew Ilia was there live streaming everything. After everyone came down, Aizawa said something that shocked everyone. 𝗧𝗪, why are you holding back so much? Izuku, I am holding back so I don't have to put a safety barrier all over Japan. Weiss, is that why everything has a black outline? Izuku, yes. The black outline can protect you from 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Ijiro, what is 𝗧𝗵𝗲? Izuku, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 is the most powerful nuclear weapon ever made. Thoughts, it's not anymore, I made a more powerful one, but they don't need to know that. Pony, with this are you unstoppable? Izuku, pretty much, but I never use it. The only time I use it is so I don't cause collateral damage. 𝗧𝗪, that's enough, let's get back to the test and you got infinity. Eri, Daddy, you're so amazing, can I do the ball throw? 𝗧𝗪 was going to tell her no, but Eri gave him the sad puppy dog eyes. 𝗧𝗪 just sighed and let her go. When Eri got there, she threw the ball up. When it was falling down, 𝗧𝗪𝗍 out of nowhere, hitting the ball, sending it flying. All the students and heroes were so confused and were even more confused when they saw Eri playing with some sort of dog. 𝗧𝗪 brought Eri back to Izuku. 𝗧𝗪 showed his phone and it said error. 𝗧𝗪, so there's two must be her bodyguards you told us about. Izuku, yes they are. 𝗧𝗪, let's get back to the tests. We are going to do a 50-meter dash. Izuku got 0.0000001 seconds. Toga and Jiro got 1.5 seconds. 𝗵𝗲𝗵𝗲 and 𝗬𝗪 got 3.4 seconds. Class 1A were all shocked at their speed, even some heroes were too. After everyone was done, 𝗧𝗪 told them they would do a grip strength test. Izuku and his girlfriends all broke their machines. Nizu hit a button machine meant for all might appeared out of nowhere for all of them. Everyone was confused where these machines came from, even Izuku and his voices were confused. Izuku sad-faced thoughts, did anyone see where these came from? Lucy, I didn't see a thing. Death, it just appeared out of nowhere like 𝗵𝗃𝗃 magic. I sensed magic when they appeared. It's weak magic though. Izuku sad-faced thoughts, Nizu surprised me. That's a fist. Jiro, 𝗵𝗲𝗵𝗲 and 𝗬𝗪 all cracked their machines. Izuku and Toga both broke their machines. All Might was shocked that two kids destroyed something meant for him. After everyone was done being shocked again, 𝗧𝗪 told his class the next test was going to be the standing long jump. Izuku made wings out of darkness and flew up. Jiro made sonic wings and flew up somehow. 𝗵𝗲𝗵𝗲 made wings with her vines and flew up. Momo made a jetpack with her quirk and flew up. 𝗬𝗪 and Toga just sighed. When it was their turn to go, they jumped and the ground broke and they passed the clouds. Tokage, what do these people do to get this strong? Pony, I thought training with 𝗵𝗃 was hard, but they must have done so much more training. Mina, you trained with 𝗵𝗃. Kendo, me and Pony trained with her and some other people sometimes. I think that she brought that Toga girl there one day. Hagakure, do you think you can ask her to train us too? 𝗧𝗪 fact caught to get their attention so they could go. The next event was sustained sideways jump. When he was a blur, he moved so fast he was making 7 afterimages. When Toga and Jiro went, there were 5 afterimages. Ibuki, Momo, and Tsuyu all had 3 afterimages. Izuku and his girlfriends all dominated all the remaining tests, which were simple exercises such as push-ups, sit-ups, seated toe touches, and long-distance run. The finale test was the softball pitch. Izuku was watching Eri dance because he already did the test. Reiko, well, none of us are going to get near what the green hair boy got. Kinoko, I bet his friends will do the next best on the test. Yui, I agree. Weiss, don't sell yourself short, girls. Maybe one of us will get better than one of them. Ochako, I don't see any of us betting any of them. Jiro, that's not true. All of you girls can do so much better than what you think you can do. Weiss, where did you go, Shota? Toga, you're up. When Toga got where she needed to, she pulled out a BLD bag out of nowhere and drank it, then transformed into Nana. She threw the ball, breaking the sound barrier, getting an error. When it was Ibra turn, 6 orbs came out of her hair. Izuku was surprised she was bringing out Big Leaguer. Ibra threw the ball when it was a good distance away. She used the Storm Orb to create a large whirlwind, sending it farther. Then she used the Explosion Orb to cause a massive explosion. She got an error. When it was Jiro's turn, she brought out her Taiga Scream. She used its trump card, making her taller and stronger. She threw the ball, breaking the sound barrier. She also used her Sonic Shout to send it farther, but using it broke Shota's phone. He said error and brought out a new phone. When it was Tsuyu's turn, she used Black Marlin trump card. She made to BLD bend All Might to throw for her. She got 1505. 8 meters. Izuku was surprised that Tsu made a trump card for her Taigu. He is going to talk to her after school because he knows that her trump card was not used to its fullest potential. When it was Momo's turn, she just made a cannon and got 950 meters. After everything was done, a drone flew in front of him and a hologram of Melissa's shield app read. Melissa, Izuku, I did it. I finished the portal gun. Izuku, that's great news. Melissa, have you tested it out? Melissa, yes, I did. When I entered the Izuku, did you bring anyone with you? Melissa, yes, I did. I brought Lena and Jeremy with me. I know not to go alone. Izuku, you should have brought Angela or Ludwig with you, but whatever. What did you find? Melissa, the first place I entered, I was surrounded by trees. After looking around a bit and found a village, so I brought out Rongo and got a map of the world I was going to leave, but Lena told me to look up. When I did, I saw the moon was half destroyed. I'm going to go back there, but I'm going to need more people with me. Izuku, you can take my night raid team and Sombra, Anna, DA, and Reinhardt. What about the other places? Melissa, the next one was weird. It was like we were flying, everything was green, there were doors floating through the void we were in. I'm going to need a ship to explore that place, and when I used Rongo in there, it kept on mapping, so I don't know how big that place is. Izuku, when I get home, I will start getting everything ready. The hologram despaired and the drone flew away. When Izuku turned around, he saw everyone looking at him. He just realized he just told everything with people near him, and Ilya lived steamed everything. Izuku teleported to his house. Izuku, will the world know I can go to other worlds now? Well, doesn't matter, now time to get everything ready.